Indians, baby. A real Indian, American Indian is me, not from Africa. Remember that.
African Americans here, but they recently moved here from places like Kenya, Ethiopia, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Zaire. But now the brother whose family's lived in this country for generations, occupying space in all the locations, New York, Miami, LA, Detroit, Chicago, even if he's wearing a dashiki and sporting an afro. And if you go to Africa in search of your race, you'll find out quick you're not an African American. You're just a black American in Africa taking up space. Why you keep trying to attach yourself to a continent where even if you got the chance to go and you went, most people that wouldn't even claim you as one of them.
And we are not Africans. We are not African. Are you an
Long live Yeah. These are my memoirs. Light up a cigar, smoke up the memories as I sit and dust them off. Why do people say it's just to piss you off? Ignore them, no call button and then dress too par. Now they can't test the gods, had to defy the odds. It only get tougher back then. We thought times was hard. Told them don't write me off. Told them don't type at all. To all the ones that gave up, this a reply to y'all. That wavy haired kid that you knew been on a tear since. The crowds was lower than the laughter. Now that I'm hearing the praise for staying committed to something they played with. It was always about us, it's never about who's your favorite. Took my insecurities and made my future more secure. The way we moving, it's like we really been here before. The proof is in the progress from the year before. Furthermore, we wanted to further things more. They took another route, so what you think we kings for? No angel ever said, yo, who these wings for? Ain't no champion ever said, who these rings for? So don't question what God doing, who you live for. Start accepting who you are and what you do it for. Doing less, doing more, it's really either or. Meet them halfway when one close, here go another door. Here go your dreams, what you running for? Head full of steam, cause you want it, huh? But it's in your genes, you was born a star. Yeah, damn, we done came far. The blessings soon pay off. I don't get a day off. Feel like the playoffs, they like, when y'all gon' take off? Dale got laid off, now we focused on trademarks. We just making hits after hits, no aid off. Now they wanna eat off the same plate that I ate off. They really be brainwashed, I sold them for trade-offs. Listen to these verses, these are thoughts that I brainstorm. People do me wrong, but nowadays I just pray for them. I've been under pressure, you can't tell cause I stay calm. Hiding peace and quiet, all I hear is the rain falls. Now all I see is green like my name was Draymond. ISO the brand and you know we gon' rain on. Shout out to the fans from the jump that stayed on. Rolling every hour of the day till the pain gone. Now every time we drop, yeah, they know that is napalms. ISO.
Oh, we gonna be nasty today, y'all. Oh, they're not gonna like it today. They're not gonna like it today.
Time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get no sleep on each other, heavy teasing all day. And when the sun sets, you asking me to come through, kick it with you. Night turn to morning dew. Then you feel it rushing and lose control. You don't wanna go slow, for sure. We both already know your place is my place. No, my place is your place.
Smash that like button. It's just gonna be hot, stinky, and funky up in here today. Cause it's hot, stinky, and funky, y'all. And I challenge today, Big Dog, the Bomb Mom, Charlene Austin, Yanita Ya, Dr. Robbins. Who else we got up in here? Whole lot of shorts. George Witcher. Hey, and everybody watching, smash the like button. It's going to be hot, stinky, and funky up in here today. It's definitely. Enoch, hey now, y'all. It's going to be hot, stanky, funky. And today is the day. This is probably going to be the last day I ever do this, because not once, and that's amazing. I've been in YouTube 4 years now, going on 5, almost 5. Shut up, Rob. I've been here almost 5 years now, and not once have I held a segment where I discussed the Bible. Today's that day, because I used to be a Bible thumper until I woke up. The verses, I know I'm in my head, I'm telling you, but I'm unbrainwashed from that shit. Seriously. And we're going to talk about it, because I'm sorry. There's been damage done. And I'm sorry. I tried everything in my power not to do this specific type of segment. And this is a day where our people need to learn that they have been brainwashed and bamboozled. And that's a fact. Hey, oh, big dog. This is the day where I'm going to officially discuss some scriptures to let you know that you've been bamboozled and they don't apply to you. The Bible, I mean, our people are so far gone with this Bible that it's unbelievable. I'm sorry. It's to the point where you need more than medicine to unbrainwash our people. And this is serious. And I read some stuff, and it just doesn't add up with me. And I don't know why it's I just don't understand why people can't see this shit for what it is. Let me just start off by this. Hey, big dog.
Much love and respect, Sister Betty, Grand Rising. Much love and respect to you always, and much love and respect to everybody in the chat.
Hey, so I first want to read about this Bible. And you Hebrew Israelites, look, bro, I love y'all. Y'all the Pookie, Ray Rays, and Lil Mans. Black Hebrew Israelites, my people, hello. Listen, this is the day that y'all welcome to my panel, because this is the last time I'm ever doing this on my channel. And it's you're not gonna be happy. Not with Sister Betsy today. And this is serious. Serious. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And this is facts. Big dog. Y'all might hear my little dudes in the background.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm on Nana duty, and I'm trying to get them dudes to go to sleep, man. Kyle, go to sleep. Nana can hear you. Where is the promised land? That's the first question I want to ask. Where is the promised land? For all the Bible thumpers, where's the promised land?
From my understanding, Sister Betty, I would say the Middle East or Africa.
Why would you say Africa?
Because all of that landmass was connected. And a lot of, like, if you look at it, where Israel is at, it was in that area around there.
How could Africa be a land flowing with milk and honey?
My comment is,
the promised land is supposed to be a land that flows with milk and honey, right? Africa's not flowing with milk and honey. If Africa was flowing with milk and honey, they wouldn't be leaving or coming to other countries to go to college and stuff. And I can't I don't even know why it's called the motherland first. There's nothing there. Africa, all right. In the Bible, it said that they promised them the land of Canaan. Okay, according to the Bible, that's Africa. First, let me even back it up from where the Bible came from, because it wasn't here in North American landmass. And I'm gonna read this shit. Let me see. It says here, and I took these notes. I'm gonna do a share screen as a matter of fact. I think it's best so they can see that I'm reading shit that is like, wow. Let me do the share screen. I might as well. Just some little notes that I took. Now, here it says, the Pilgrims arrived in 1620 and brought with them the Geneva Bible, not the King James Bible. The King James Version was seen as the Bible of the English king and the State Church of England, which had been persecuting them. But by the mid 1600s, the King James Bible was arriving in the New World with the increasing flow of settlers. All Bibles were imported from England, Holland, or Scotland. The War of Independence made importation from England impossible. Several American printers began printing New Testaments, including Francis Bailey of Philadelphia. Now, I just want to say this right here. The King James Version Bible was seen as the Bible of the English king and the State Church of England. Now, I'm going to stop right there. How in the hell clearly it's telling you that the Bible was brought here by settlers. So how is that relative to our people's life here in a positive manner? What is it in the Bible that's making our lives prosperous if the book was brought here? The link is at the top. I'm taking early smoke. Bring the smoke. I'm not understanding that. This Bible was brought here to our people. Right there alone, it tells you it's not indigenous to this land. Why are Black Hebrewites walking around with them goddamn Wonder Woman bracelets on in New York, thinking and preaching out of the King James Version Bible? Make that make sense. That doesn't make sense. Make that make sense. Why? And they're very serious too. They're walking around in New York. Read. When was King James ever their fucking king? The Hebrew Israelites. When? No. Good night. Good night. Good night. Night, 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 night. Nana's talking on her show. Go to sleep. It's time to go to bed. Anyway, when was King James ever the king for the Hebrew Israelites? When was King James ever the king for any of the brown people here and that's been here on this soil when they got here with the Bible? Now, were the people here that were here, our people, the copper color races found here by them when they came with the Bible, were they threatened? From what I see, because it says convert or die. That's what they told the people that here, because they said when they got here, they said convert or die. All right. So who the hell were the settlers talking to when they said convert or die? Who were they talking to when they were over here? Who were they talking to? Convert to Christianity or die. Who were they threatening? Oh, I'm going to pull out some verses too. Facts. Some scriptures. So you can see, they need to wake up and see that every curse in that Bible is pertaining to them. Seriously. Big Dog, your thoughts. I got to find that Bible.
Sister Bethy, my thoughts, they, like you said, they came here with that Bible when they told them people to get down or lay down. You know, they were talking about the people of the land that was already here. But my biggest thing is, you know, we can't take any mythology as factual information. It's mythology.
Facts. Dark Charlemagne, you need to show your face real quick back there so I can make sure you're not somebody up here coming to show your personal stuff. I just don't want to get porn bombed. Can you turn your camera on for a quick second so I can make sure you're a real person? Okay, you look real. I'm going to put up what's your name just for safety. Because you could look real for 2 seconds and then turn around and wing, wing, wing. All right, how you doing?
All right, that's funny. You're funny. What up, though?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello?
I see you. I'm here. Can
How
you
are
hear
you?
us? I'm
I
good.
can hear you. I can hear you just fine.
Okay,
Can you
so
hear me?
let's
Can,
go.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I just came up here because you was saying some stuff that I would like to touch on. You know what I'm saying? You was asking some questions that I feel like I got the answer to.
Okay, let's go. Which question?
Well, when the question about that the book being brought over here and why are the people so mesmerized by it and the King James and all that other stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Um, the book, to me, my personal opinion, and I deem this to be 100. That book came over here. It was not technically, it was not for us. It was brought over here to structure whoever was going to be over here and they were going to use that book to get things accomplished, which it worked, right? Because it's used to entrap the minds and to get you into a belief system where you can work as the people, because unity it brought people to. It wants you to work together to do their bidding of whatever it is they want to accomplish while they establish their government. That's why it was brought here. It's not here for technically for the dark-skinned man. It's here for anybody who's gonna be a part of this country. You know what I'm saying? It was made to manipulate the minds of others. And I would say that it's actually working, and it worked, and it's still working, and it's going to continue to work as long as we continue to buy into the bullshit, basically.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
was
I'm
gonna say,
saying?
Sister Betty, I know who he is. That's Dark Chameleon. But yeah, he good people.
Oh, no. I'm fine with that by now. Okay, so basically, I just want to make sure I'm clear. Are you in agreement that the book wasn't written for us and it doesn't apply to us as far as being a prosperous people?
I would agree with what you just said. Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's here to enslave the minds of the people that's on this landmass, no matter who it is, no matter what color you are, no matter whatever you are. It's here to enslave you. It's here to get you to work as they say, one nation under God and justice and liberty. You know what I'm saying. You know how that shit goes.
And Sister Betty, we can prove that nobody in that Bible or exists. They all mythological characters that don't exist. So we can prove that.
Okay. So do you think that it's a specific people here that are targeted for the sufferings that are listed in the Bible?
It's not. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No. I am done. I'm done.
Okay. It's not target. The target is who's ever going to be the people, whoever it shall be. It's targeting whoever is going to be in the workforce, who's ever is going to help build. See, that's the part that we kind of just glossed over. See, you see how things got built. Like, I know stuff was built here already, but it's a lot of new shit that got built, right? So, in my opinion, that book is made to get people to work together. It don't matter what color you are. It's doing the same thing to everybody, no matter who it is, right? Because not only is dark people working together with and cohesiveness with the book, so is the clear people too. They're doing it too. Like, it'd be different if they were not buying into it and we were the only ones that were doing it. No, everybody's buying into it all over the world. And everybody all over the world is being manipulated into doing the bidding of some fictitious characters.
Okay, so I guess my next question is, all right, they brought the Bible, from what I see, they brought the Bible here, right? Here, and took over a landmass that didn't belong to them. And it's held by a government with their military. Why couldn't they stay in their own countries and have a military and take over? Why did they come here to take over a country that did not belong to them, where people were already here? Why would you do that? I mean, if you were going to build an army, why couldn't you have your army in your own damn country?
My honest opinion, I think these people were ran off their land. They were going to get slaughtered. I think it's more or less to do with, it has a lot to do with the Roman Empire, right? The Roman Empire, like basically, because I could be wrong, but they played a direct part in writing them scriptures in that book, right? That goes hand in hand with their culture, with their cult. So I think they got ran out of there and they had to find another place to live. And that's why they came over here.
I think the paper trail is there and we just denying the paper trail. It specifically say in the Doctrine of Discovery, make them convert to Christianity or die. Who is they talking about now? That's the question we asked it first. Who is they talking about?
They're talking about anybody who speaks against it.
How
anybody
is that
who's going?
Hold on. How is that when the Doctrine of Discovery was specifically wrote for America?
Hey, listen, the book came after they came. They came first, then the book came. They didn't bring it with them. They did multiple trips, right?
No. The Pilgrims came with the Geneva Bible. The Pilgrims left England to get away from the persecutions of King James, because King James Bible and his way of living,
they came over here
didn't coincide with the Pilgrims. So they left with the Geneva Bible and came here, right? After, settlers came here with the King James Version Bible. And they began to institute the King James Version Bible based on the Doctrine of Discovery. So it's like the Pope was more inclined to King James Version Bible because it's that Bible where they said convert or die.
So you got to realize the Pilgrims really was the protester. They got kicked out for protesting King James Bible.
Facts.
That actually kind of clarify and confirm what I said, basically, because I think they were running from something. That was the whole purpose of them coming here. They didn't have a land. They didn't have a place, a solitude. They were not safe on that land over there in I would say somewhere in Europe or Euro-Asia. They got ran out of there and they couldn't live in Africa. So they had to,
according to history. You breaking up, bro.
You breaking up bad, man.
According to history, though, they were the criminals and thugs and thieves and stuff. Not only was they the people protesting the King James Bible, which turned into the Protestant church, they was also the criminals element from over there, according to history.
The thieves and the robberies and the rapists.
Okay, so as I was saying, as we were saying, Charlemagne, when they said convert or die, that took place over here where they said convert or die, right? So that's why I raised my question again, because the ones that brought the Bible over here, were the ones saying convert or die. They were already Christians. They were already within their religious belief. Okay, so they're telling people here. So if it's them that's here, the Christians are already here, and they're saying convert or die, who are they talking to over here? Because if it's just Christians over here, right, and Indians that are here, who are the Christians talking to? Before Christians came over here with their Bibles, whether they were the pilgrims or the settlers, it was just copper color races here, right? Dark Charlemagne, your mic is muted if you're talking. It was just,
Yeah, I was talking and it was muted, and it's pronounced chameleon.
oh, chameleon.
And to be honest with you, I'm still gonna stand on what I was saying. It's basically geared towards whoever is gonna be on this landmass.
But
that's who it's for.
But at that particular,
they knew it was gonna.
But,
hold on. Let me say something real quick. Check it out. They knew it was gonna work because they tried it on their people first. They tried it on their own people first, and it worked on them. So why would it not work on everybody? You know, like it's a whole game there, right?
Okay, what I'm saying is I think maybe you're missing my point. The only people that were over here were the Indians outside of them coming here. You don't think that they were talking to the people that of this land? Because when they came, they were already Christians. So they said convert or die. They were talking to people that was here. And the only people here at that time were them and our ancestors. All other races wasn't here yet.
I'm not saying all other races was here. I'm just saying that it wasn't just geared. I don't think we were included within that scripture. I don't think we were the target.
I didn't say that we were.
Yeah, Sister Betty, I would say they were targeting the people of this landmass, us.
Hey, this is a
That's
deep
who they were
conversation.
targeting.
I know I'm asking Sweet Dark. Yeah, Philly, big dog. You're right. But Dark, I think Dark might be misunderstanding what I'm saying. When they came over here, honey, they came as Christians, these settlers, this with the King James Version Bible. Okay. And they told the people that were on this landmass at the time they came to convert or die. It was only us here. There was no other race of people here but us. So they were talking, they had to be talking to us. You keep saying everybody else. No, everybody else wasn't here. It was just us here.
I think you're misunderstanding me when I say everybody. I mean whoever's here, no matter. I'm not saying all races or anything like that, right? I'm just saying whoever's here,
okay,
no matter what.
It was just us here, is what I'm trying to say to you, and you're not understanding that. You keep saying whoever's here. It was only us here, and I'm trying to get you to acknowledge that we were the only ones here.
Well, I'm not gonna acknowledge separation within the skin colors and things like that. I don't really do that. I'm just going as far as like the people.
At that time, all right, let me ask you this. At that particular time, when they said convert or die over here on this North American landmass, who was here?
Whoever was here, no matter who is it.
But do you know who was here?
Yeah.
Who?
Our ancestors were here. I know this.
Okay, that's all. Why are you making it so hard, bro? I was just trying to tell you when at the time that they said
a lot of them don't want to think it was a Black America, Sister Betty. They don't want to believe it was just us here in America. You know, they want to be included with the other people. They ain't
no, that's not it. I don't want to do that. It's just not. It's just like I can't prove without a shadow of a doubt that dark-skinned people were the only people here. But if that's true, then it still applies to them as well. Like it don't matter. I'm not on that wavelength. You see what I'm saying? Because it's working on everybody. So why even try to separate yourself? Because you you included within the doctrine of manipulation that is being portrayed upon the people, regardless of whatever skin color you is working on everybody.
Okay,
Yeah,
but that's
but
not this
everybody
case.
ain't working with
That's
us.
not this case in this particular time. I'm trying to stick to this time period, and I don't know how much deeper I can get with you, but an
You can go as
American
deep as you
applied
want to
to,
go.
okay, American applied to, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper colored races found here by the Europeans. The settlers that came here were the Europeans. The copper colored races found here by them were the only people that were here. That's who they saw when they came here. So that's the particular time I'm trying to tell you that who was here. So again, I say and ask you, when they said convert or die, they couldn't have been talking to anyone else but the Aboriginals or copper colored races found here by them, because nobody else was here. If they found us here, that means, okay, they came here and there was copper colored races here. That's it. It didn't say Germans. It didn't say any other people that exist, but copper colored races were here. And those were our ancestors. We're from the soil. So convert or die, they were talking to us. And you did say, okay, they was talking to our ancestors. That's fine. So let me move to this. Let me move to this.
Can I ask the question?
Of course.
If they saying convert or die, wouldn't saying I'm an Indian be bucking the conversion?
I'm sorry.
They saying convert to Christianity or die. So wouldn't our ancestors saying, I'm not that, I'm an Indian, wouldn't that be bucking it? Wouldn't that be not converting?
Yeah.
And wouldn't that explain why people were scared to say they was Indian? Convert or die.
Correct. Now look at this. I'm going to read this from their book. And this is when he put punishment on Adam and Eve, okay? And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. That enmity means hate, deep hatred. And between thy seed and her seed. Those are kids. It's going to be always hate. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. All right? And what is your thought of what is bruise thy head? It shall bruise thy head. What does that mean to you?
It means to
You
me,
asking if you?
they're going to confuse their minds.
I would tend to agree with that. If you trick the head, the mind, the body shall follow. It's a mind trick.
A bruising of the head. What? I think you're right. Go ahead, Sachi.
I often just say me and Big Dog Philly know what the Muslims say they mean because we done been Muslim. Them prayer marks.
Exactly, my brother.
Bruising of the head is exactly what that is. Brainwashing. That's bruising of the head. Brainwashed with the Bible. Our sons who are Hebrew Israelites can't see that their heads are bruised. These guys, our sons, are literally, and people in the church, their heads are bruised. I mean, you have got to have a bruised head if you're supporting a congregation or representing anything that where you're not excelling in your own goddamn land. Okay, what comes with Christianity? Slavery. I mean, this Pope gave them the order to do what they are doing. They gave them the order to go to people's land and take it based on the doctrine of discovery. That's why they said that they have the land here, because God gave it to them. The person that gave them the permission to do this was the Pope. So you bruised the Indians' heads to the point where they didn't know who the fuck they are. They got they're transitioned into this belief, and they don't understand that everything in the Bible that's negative is towards them. These people came from another part of a landmass and took over it by a government. Everybody that's here now is not in their homeland. This land was literally taken from the Indians based on doctrine of discovery with the backup of foreign money. Back that they hand them the Bible and took the land because their God told them to take it. And the person who said it was the Pope. That's their God. Do you there's no God up in the air like Zeus.
Hey,
and all
that's
that.
facts, Sister Bethany.
Yeah, there's no God up in the air like Zeus and all this shit. Literally, their God is the Pope. That's the God they're talking about.
The vicar of God. That's what they call him.
So I would like to know your thoughts on that.
My personal opinion of it is like I even as a kid I never rocked with the Bible, even though I was kind of forced to go to church like a lot of us was, right? So when I started seeing a lot of the inhumane stuff in the book, even as a kid, I checked out long before I became an adult. Anybody who co-signs the downfall of other people and saying it's natural to enslave people gotta be on some wicked shit. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my personal opinion, it from day one, it never resonated with me.
I have to agree with you.
Hey! I got to bring it back to them bruises, because if you practice Islam, you literally, and you making your salats like you supposed to, you literally have them bruises on your head and on your ankles.
Yeah, you get a black mark on the top of your head. Yes.
All right, let's read this, y'all. Who's a good reader? What about you, Sachi?
I can't see.
Oh, you can't see the overlay?
I'm the blindest man on the panel.
Oh, damn. What about you, Charlemagne?
I'm driving right now, so I can't.
Damn.
All
right.
I can read it, but I'm driving.
No, not
Yeah,
while you're
I
dressed.
got to make it big. It say in 1830, just a year after taking office, Jackson pushed a new piece of legislation called the Indian Removal Act. Though both houses of Congress, it gave the president power to negate removal treaties
I'll
with
do
the
it, sweetheart,
Indian.
because y'all can't
Thank you.
see.
It's
I'll
too
do it.
small. I got to make it
All
big.
right, I'll read it. In 1830, just a year after taking office, Jackson pushed a new piece of legislation called the Indian Removal Act through both houses of Congress. That's the Senate and both houses. It gave the president power to negotiate removal treaties with Indian tribes living east of the Mississippi. Under these treaties, the Indians were to give up their lands east of the Mississippi in exchange for lands to the west. Now, listen, y'all, listen. Those wishing to remain in the East would become citizens of their home state. Let that sink in.
For the slow people in the back, that means reclassified to Negro, black, and colored.
Thousands of our ancestors did not go to the West. They stayed. They stayed. They didn't want to go West. Those wishing to remain in the East would become citizens of their home state. So, for example, my ancestors did not go west of the Mississippi. They stayed in South Kakalaki.
Now you have to add the one drop rule with that.
They stayed in South Kakalaki. And what happened to them when they stayed? Instead of being the original owner of their land, they became a citizen of their home state. This act affected not only the southeastern nations, but many others further north. The removal was supposed to be voluntary and peaceful, and it was that way for the tribes that agreed to the conditions. But the southeastern nations resisted, and Jackson forced them to leave. Now, this is a fact. Those wishing to remain in the East would become the citizens of their home state. They were no longer like these sovereign individual people living freely. They just became citizens. Look at this shit. These are states east of the Mississippi. Here's the states, all the states east of Mississippi that did not want to go west: Tennessee, Louisiana, Ohio, Alabama, West Virginia, Maryland, Maine, Illinois, Kentucky, Georgia, South Carolina, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Vermont, Delaware, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Florida, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Now, all the Indians that was living in these states that did not want to go west, they automatically they became citizens. Let that sink in.
And then they instituted what is called a one drop rule and made all of them Negroes. That's how that happened.
Colors,
Negro, black, all that. They made them all of them. Negro, black, colored,
That didn't happen until 1924, though. That didn't happen until 1924. This right here, what that I'm talking about, happened in 1830. 1830, sweetheart. So everybody that lived in those, that stayed in those eastern states that didn't want to go, That was in 1830. They were at that point coloreds.
Yeah.
And then in the later, no, I'm sorry, in the 1900s, they started really becoming Negroes and shit like that. It was interchangeably between colored and Negro. But I believe colored came first. They were first because they were the copper colored races. And then they took off the copper and dropped it to color. And then later, after the removal, they became these Negroes, because that's when you started seeing the Negro this, the Negro church this, the Negro church that.
Yeah, they was Negroes all the way up to the 70s, 60s, 70s. Then they turned black.
And so at this point in 1830, they were coloreds, right? And they didn't want to go west. Like your grandpa Sachi could have had like this big ass house, right? And mansion
My grandpa,
house, right?
I did.
And
He
all these
lived
other,
right here in this town in 1830, right here.
and all land, a whole bunch of land, right? And you were to get out and go west, and you said no, you won't. You're gonna stay. On that note, they said, okay, you're gonna stay. You're gonna now be a citizen of your home state. What state are you in?
I'm in Tennessee. My
So in
granddaddy
Tennessee, right?
stay.
So he stayed, right, and they made him a citizen automatically, and they was gonna get. They was doing crazy shit. You became a citizen. Once you became a citizen, all that specific states laws applied to you as a citizen.
Yeah, you became property of the state.
Yep.
I know. My granddaddy was staying right here in Columbia, Tennessee in 1830.
Damn. And when they made you a citizen, right, like the Indians that stayed, they didn't let you be an Indian because each state's constitution says Indians are not taxed in each specific state's constitution. So you were a citizen. You became a citizen as what they racially classified you as, and it was at that time Negroes and coloreds. So because if you stay right prior to you prior to you being a color or Negro, you were an Aboriginal Indian, and then they automatically you became the citizen of the state that you were living in, and under that specific classification, and then they started applying tax laws, different kind of shit, different laws applied to your land, in which they was going to get it anywhere the other, which is insane. But your pastor preaches, leave it in the Lord's hands. I don't understand that.
They've been whooping us with that Bible since they gave it to us. That same Bible is how they introduced Africa to our people with the church. The same way. Absalom, John, Paul, Cuff, and all them, the same way. With the church members.
Which brings me to why the Hebrew Israelites think they're the black Hebrew Israelites. Why in the hell do they think they're a blessed, chosen people? You chosen, all right. You definitely are chosen by their God. They are. They're running around in New York. A lot of them are hungry. A lot of them are homeless. A lot of them live in one apartment that they all share. Be like 20 or 30 of them. If you, but you still stand on the King James Version Bible, at what point is your head going to become unbruised? I mean, these dudes was having people think that Christ was coming in 1999. He was supposed to show up. Didn't happen. Nothing to this day, since they established themselves back in the 1900s. Nothing. They're still suffering.
Just take a ride through the hood, and you will see the church the only thing look good over.
That's it. At what point are their heads going to become unbruised? They think that there's they're saying that there's spaceships out there that's set to attack. They call them wheels because they're reading the book of Dan. These Hebrews, I'm not moving the goalposts. No, Free, I'm not moving the goalposts. I'm speaking the truth. I'm trying to figure out at what point is your head unbruised. There's nothing good going on for you.
Excuse me.
And if it is, prove it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, y'all.
I just want to say, since somebody said we moving the goalposts, we gonna stop the goalposts right here. Who was they talking about in the doctrine of the discovery when they said convert or die? That's what we want to stop at right there. That's where the goalpost at. Who was they talking to?
Can't answer it. That's big dog. They won't answer the question. Free Papa said, who did they kill? Free Papa hit the link. Always in somebody's chat. But you can't hit the link.
Hold on. I'm finna go answer his question. How many times you seen them clowns in them all white suits hanging, burning crosses in people's front yards and all that stuff? So how many people did they kill? You answer your own question.
I'm trying to figure out when, at what point does the Bible apply to anybody at this point? Because everybody's over here. At what point in the Bible does the good apply to you?
I want y'all to keep in mind that the Ku Klux Klan is a Christian organization.
Facts.
Big facts. That's basically how, all this religion stuff ain't nothing but a bunch of crap and connected to the state. Because anytime a hate group can get 501 status under a religious organization, you could tell it's corrupt.
This the connection to the politics right here is on record. Like you can look it up in Supreme Court documents. The Democrat Party started the Ku Klux Klan. That's politics for you.
This is what I spins in my head all night. You were forced to believe that their God is more powerful than anything. You were forced to believe that the Pope was more powerful than anything. And you still believe it. And they shout in church and everything. Who are they shouting to? Who? All these years, you're talking in tongues, you're doing all this stuff. What is coming out of it for you if you're really speaking in tongues and the Holy Ghost and all this? How messed up is this? They practice the Holy Ghost in church. They practice talking tongue in church.
No, they practice them way more than that. It's just they ain't telling you. They in their soul harvesting and all type of stuff in there.
And also, like I always say, the church and the state is connected. So you can go to any university and learn theology at any of their universities, any religion. Go ahead, Sister Betty.
If you
No, you got it.
Studies, if you take Africana studies, you're gonna end up in Christian theology.
Yep. I mean, how do you take copper-colored people and you came from England and you taught them about the Bible and God? That book was brought and given to you. Why are brown people and white people reading out the same Bible but don't sit in the same congregations? You see brown Christian church, you see about 10 white people in there. And you see white Christian churches, there's maybe one Jamaican in there or African. I thought y'all was supposed to live in harmony and peaceful. Why do you have a separation if you're reading out of the same Bible?
Hey, that white man in the book, that movie, The Book of Eli, explain all that. That's what he do. If I get that book, I can rule the world.
Yeah. I never understood that, even as a little girl. Why are all brown people in one church and all white people in a separate church? And you got Baptist white churches, you got Protestant white churches, and you got Protestant brown churches. Why are they separate? Why are they separate? Every Sunday, the white people go and in their church on Sunday, and the brown people go in their church. That don't make no sense.
Why Jesus black in your church, white in their church, and Mexican in the Mexican people church? Why?
I don't get it. How come there's only one color of people successfully prospering in North American landmass?
And Sister Betty, you on point because, in their book, it tells you, don't worry about color. It's about the spirit. But we're the bottom of the bunch. And we're not prospering, but everybody else is prospering. But we're not worried about color. We're worrying about the spirit.
Correct.
I'm trying to understand how people I'm trying to understand how people that call themselves black read out of a book that literally say, "Look not upon me because I am black," like they're ashamed of being black. I'm just saying the Bible literally say that, like, "Look not upon me because I am black." I think it's the Songs of Solomon or something like that.
There's people that go an hour within our people. They go to church every Sunday, Bible study every Wednesday, and probably other days. And they're still poor, struggling, suffering, and crying in church. white people go to church or right? Not like brown people do. Brown people go to church obsessively. White people go, they had a little 1 hour service and they're gone. And they are the only ones prospering in this landmass. They have all the corporations. Every time you apply for a job, it's working for white people. Now, are there black people, brown people businesses? Yes, but not like there is white people businesses. And you both read out the same Bible, worshiping supposedly the same God. There's only one that's making it. And the same white people that go to church every Sunday are the ones that burn down your brown businesses called Black Wall Street.
And your church, don't forget your black church too. That'll burn down plenty of them too now.
Yep. Make that make sense, Hebrew Israelites. How is that book applying to you? How is that book applying to any brown people? You're getting nowhere. If you are, where are you going? The only thing you were allowed to do was to build a nice mega church. That's it. Your congregation is still suffering.
And Sister Bethy, not only that, like even with the Islamic, you know, the Arabs look down on us, you know, even though we still praying to Allah, but they look down on us because they say y'all scared to fight for y'all freedom. So even the Arabs look down on other Muslims, or the Muslims look down on other Muslims. And that's why I got away from it. Besides for the, like I said, once I connected all the religions to one and connected it to the state and the education system. But, you know, that's why I got away from Islam. But you got it, sis.
Hey, and don't never forget, it don't matter how big your pastor church is on the hill. When he goes to his preacher meeting in the back, he's still reporting back to the Pope. All the way back. That's where it link all the way back to. From the bishop and all they little pastor association link all the way back to the Pope.
So I'm just trying to understand what good is coming out of it for anybody other than white people. Hi, Dame.
Hello, how you doing, Sister Bethy?
Hi.
Salute to Sachi and Big Dog Philly.
What's good, brother Graham Riley?
And I've been listening to the show and everything, and I think that the people that's believing in whatever, you know, that's Christianity, the Israelites, Muslims. If you believe in the religion, that is bruising your head. But if you take power over the religion and take power over your life, because you are the creator of whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can create a good life for yourself, or you can create a bad life for yourself. You know what I'm saying? No one is over you, telling you what to do. It's all up to you. You know, and to the point that you were just making, why is it just benefiting one set of people? That's because the other set of people don't know the laws, because the laws is connected with the religion too. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know the laws. The reason why we were put in that citizenship label was it has to do with the 14th Amendment. We were all corporatized. You know, we were all corpse. We was considered corpse at that point. So that's how they was able to manipulate us. They misrepresented us, misclassified us, miseducated us. They put that religion on us because we were the controllers of everything. We control everything. I don't know where we got this concept of God from when it was us. It's us. We have to fill out that application. We have to do whatever. You have to apply yourself to it. You know? That's what I have to say to that.
Corpse. The dead body of a human being.
Yeah. And that's what a corporation is.
Also, a corporation, yeah. What we is now, corporations if you're a citizen.
Yeah.
Corpse. Your corpse. Dead bodies of human beings. But now, when you said we don't know the laws, what laws are you talking about? The laws of the Bible or the laws of the corporation?
Now, the laws, the laws are the natural law, and that's in the Bible. You know, when I say they, I mean King James, whoever wrote the Bible, they manipulated some of that text. But that has always been the law of the land. You know what I'm saying? So it's in the Bible. The laws are in the Bible that we have to abide by. You know the 10 Commandments, but that come from 42 Confessions. So that lets you know that it's been some manipulation. You know what I'm saying? But it's always been the law of the land. You know.
And real quick, Sister Beth, you know, like I always say, man created religion to enslave man. And also, all those books, the Bible, the Quran, they all have copyrights. And that copyright is owned by a human being, by a royal family. So, man created religion to enslave and tax other men.
So, Dame.
Yes.
What you said, and you were very clear in what you said. The laws of the land.
Common
law. Okay, common law. That's coming out the Bible.
Yeah.
Again, I say that is still the book, Convert or Die.
Right.
Brought here and imposed on our ancestors. Why do foreigners have the authority to impose laws of the land on our ancestors?
And also, Sister Bethy, to your point,
that's not I mean, you're still dealing with foreigners imposing this on you. So why are you living by it?
Going to say, you know, they using mythology to rule us in reality, because I don't care what you call it. Those Bible Qurans, it's all mythology, but they using mythology to control our reality. And I'm landing right there.
It's all in belief. You know, if you believe in that, or do you believe in yourself? You know.
But why, Dame? Why would you read and go by a book that was placed on you? That who gave them the authority to do that?
Yeah, it's that
Is that
that's
something you have to go by?
no, no.
Especially when
It's
they
something.
telling you
It's
convert or die.
almost like that Delta. We had to we was faced with. We either had to take it or die. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying. You know, but if we knew the laws, we could stick to the laws. And that's the thing. We haven't claimed our rights. We are still considered that the corpse. You know, we were still seen as a corpse. You know, and we have to step up. And I was trying to reach out to you to get in touch with you because I heard from Big Dog what you had going on, and I wanted to get myself involved in that too. But we haven't taken our rightful rights. We just took it, you know, across the wrist, and we just saying, forget them. We ain't gonna listen to them. We ain't gonna follow them. But
Well, how could our rights be in the Bible? That's what I'm trying to understand. How can our rights be in the Bible?
It's in the Bible. It's the 10 laws, 10 maxims of law. Look it up. 10 maxims of law.
Yeah, but they didn't change
That's
that,
not our
brother.
book, though. That's their book. It's not ours.
Well, that's another question, Sister Daphne. You have to think, where did they learn? Where did they learn what to read and write? Who did they learn to read and write from?
Who?
The European.
But see, hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. I got to stop right there. I got to interject because you talking about we
Somebody
talking about
got some
our
bad
people.
feedback.
That's him.
Yeah, you got some crumbly noise going on there, Dame.
Hey,
That was Dame's. That was Dame's.
all I'm saying is we talking about our people. See, they when they get to interjecting, who taught them and all that, they want to lead to the Moors and the Africans. We talking about our people here in America. We ain't talking about who taught them and all that. That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Damn, he fell off. I want him to stand because he was asking interesting questions.
He'll be back, Sister Becky. He's a good brother. He'll be back.
He's a good brother. I'm just saying, like, when they lead off into who taught them, that's going into the Moors and we in Africa and Egypt and all that. We in America, we trying to figure out why they said convert or die to us. That mean we couldn't have already had it if they told us convert
the
or
laws.
die.
That's what I'm. What's not settling right with me? He's saying the laws are in the Bible.
The law, but the law still wasn't on this land. That's what I'm getting at. Like,
yeah,
he finna lead you to the Moors, taught them how to read and write and all that, and that's who gave it to them. But that didn't come from over here. It came from over there because they saying they came over here and said convert or die. So that means we couldn't have been.
But literally, brother, they did it all over the world, not just here in America.
Right, but I'm just speaking on.
Yeah,
I'm just speaking on us.
Yes,
Shay
ma'am.
One, I'm not letting you on my panel. I'm not Shay One. Nope. I hope he comes back. Hey, Wolf.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I wanted to ask him a question, man.
What's good, brother? How you doing?
Huru, you can come up here now. Huru.
What's up, Sachi? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like I keep saying and reiterating.
Good, brother. Good to hear y'all, man.
Man created religion so he can tax and enslave and control other men. How long?
That's
Let
right.
me ask you this question, Sister Betty. How long has our people been waiting on this so-called God or Creator?
Oh,
since we found out, hey, big dog. Since we found out about it.
Exactly.
since we first heard about it.
But y'all got it. Much respect to everybody. I'm gonna mute up.
I just don't understand. why Dame was saying that the law is in the Bible, but the book was still brought here. So there should be no law for you because you're the Aboriginal to this landmass. So if we go by anything in that Bible, we agree that we're prisoners of war. That book was imposed on us. So how could our laws as Aboriginal of land be in that book
And
if that's
Sister
not our
Betsy,
book?
you got to remember, they called us, or the people that in that book, less than human or savages. That's how they felt about us. And that's why they so-called gave us their religion to tame us. But they always looked at us as beasts of the field or savages.
And then they came over and called us African, and because they said we were the children of Ham, and that was why they try to enslave them over. That's all that come from that Bible.
We love Sister Betty. I need to see your face.
Hey, and Big Dog, let me say this, man. I think it's a little even worse than that. I think they wanted you to believe they thought you were savages. You get what I'm saying? They wanted the whole world to think they thought we were savages, but now we were the gods, man. They know who we are. They did not think we were savages, bro. They knew they came from a savage. They knew they came from savagery. You see what I'm saying? So they try to
I
whole
can't see your
story
face.
is created to make it look like they
Put
thought
it
we were some
down.
savages. But the whole time they knew
Can't
who
come
we
up here.
was. You see what I'm saying?
Can't come up here if I can't see your face.
And if they thought we were savages, they wouldn't have hid our history. Let's think about that, y'all. They
And
know
nobody ain't bodying me. Go ahead, brother.
that's right. That's right. Hey, they know who we. Oh Lord, look what the wind done blew in. Yeah, they knew who we was though, y'all.
What's happening? Sister, do you see what I got for you in that title? Do you see what I got for you in that title, sister?
Hey, I wanted to ask Dave some questions though
Playing with
before
you
King Cast.
today. I'm not playing with your little butt today, with your little two-faced butt.
I'm not gonna act up. I'm not gonna act up. But you know, spirituality is my thing. So, you know, that's what I'm into. So we can talk about it.
Explain why the doctrine of discovery say convert or die.
Well, I mean, that depends on who you're getting it from. Remember, it's different modes of Christianity. Y'all keep going back to Italy. You got to go back to Egypt
We
and
ain't got to
Greece
go.
and
No,
all them
hold on, stop. We ain't got to go nowhere. Right? We in America. When they came to America, they said convert or die. We not in Egypt. Them not our people. We ain't talking about this. We talking
That's
about
what
America.
I'm saying. If you going
now, see, this is the whole problem with
different.
you guys.
Look.
Now, hold on, stop, King Cash. See, this is the
we
problem. We can never have a real conversation because y'all want to take us off our land to another land. We talking
Back
about
to
what
Africa.
happened when they came to our land. They said convert or die.
Yeah,
we
you
not
gotta.
And they did the same thing to the Africans over there. More Africans are Christian and believing in Jesus instead of their spirituality that was pushed on their land before Christians came.
No, all of them don't believe that.
How come you're poor?
Who? The Africans?
No, you.
Me? How am I poor? What do you mean?
You're poor. You're not living like a nice white family.
She said, "You broke, nigga. You broke, King Cast."
Look, I just tried to put Wolf on to get him to sell some of his drawings and stuff.
What? Hey, what you talking about? Leave me out this shit, man. What are you talking about?
No. How come you're broke like me and everybody else on this panel? I'm not a millionaire. I'm not rich.
Yeah, because we got another hand that's holding us down collectively. That's what Lex Vortex was talking about.
But I thought the Bible, when you go in the Bible, you're blessed.
Yeah, but we ain't on that collectively.
Do you feel blessed? Do you feel blessed?
Because some of they collectively are working against us.
I mean, I feel blessed in the eyes of God, but as far as my situation, no, man, they oppressing us.
You are oppressed.
Because no
matter
really
you really believe the Bible's for you, because the people that are literally the descendants that Bible's talking about are living lovely right now.
Oh, you talking about the small folks.
No. If you look all around America, the main landmass, I'm only speaking about the main landmass right now. Ain't nobody but white folks that's Christian. They got all the businesses. They're booming everywhere.
And Sister Becky, they
think it's
can't even
changing
see the
hands.
connection between the church and the state and how it's connected today and how it's controlling your education, your religion. The state
Their
is,
Bible,
or
their
the
Bible
government.
don't apply to you.
But the Knights Templars and all of them, they tried to take down the church. That's what the whole thing was, to separate church and state. That's what it. Remember, that's what it was.
They
They wanted
never
to separate church and
separated.
state.
They're still together. The church was the first state. They controlled the people. Get down or lay down. We know that for a fact. And now we can see in 2023 where religious ones like to say they're separated, but they're not separated. The pandemic told you they're not separated.
It really, really, really disgusts me when I see a sister jump up in church and say, "Oh, I got blessed. I paid my light bill." That shit turns, it pisses me off.
Yeah, me too.
And it's the same thing with Islam. If you denounce Islam, it's supposed to be death, the same way of Christianity. So if you denounce any of these religions, it's supposed to be death. So Islam, Christianity is the same thing under a different shoe.
Hey, it's almost like brainwashing to say I ain't shit, because everything you do, you got to give somebody else the credit for it.
Oh, it's a fact. It's a fact. I wanted to ask.
And like I keep iterating, the connection between the church and the state, they want to keep acting like it ain't real. But like I said, you can go to just about any university and learn theology or religion. How is that so? Religion is $1 trillion a year business. They don't know nothing about commerce or business. Religion is a business. Go ahead, Sister Betty.
What really gets to me is when I see people, our people, in church begging, running and crying.
We can hear you, brother.
You know, and praying, praying, I need to get my rent money up. Why? At what point are you going to understand that if you're suffering like that in life, why are you holding on to the Bible?
Hey, Sister Betty, they got a commercial on TV. I'm going to give it right to you, Wolf, my bad. Where if you buy this holy water and pray over this holy water, it'll help pay your bills.
Wow.
Yeah. And the cloths that a guy in church,
yes, ma'am,
that I'm going to send you this cloth and you're going to get a blessing. It's all game. I don't understand.
$19.99. We'll send you the water and the cloth. Go ahead, Sister Betty.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the origin of that too, where they got
when people say that they're Christian and they stand on the Bible, the first thing I ask them is, how is their life?
Yeah, this is a question I have. Let me ask this. I say God, man made God. God didn't make man, right? And I'm saying if God made man, then why the hell do we have to learn about him?
Facts.
If God control everything, why he ain't controlling these governments or these corporations that's running these governments?
That's right.
It from the wrong aspect.
Why he ain't stopping wars? Why he ain't stopping famine? If he's in control of everything, why he ain't stopping famine? But y'all believe y'all was cursed and waiting on him to change his mind. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, that's worse. Why is he creating?
From a Roman aspect that you talking about God. Remember, it's different traditions. There's people all over the planet, and everybody ain't learned like that. So the Romans, you know what I'm saying? They They push that version of God with
Yeah,
me.
we don't know what you're
Other big,
saying, brother. We don't know
I
nothing
know
you're
what he's
saying.
saying. And yes, it's the Roman version. That's the version we got with the doctrine of the servant, the doctrine of the discovery that told us convert or die, sir.
yeah, that's
Free
the
Papa,
Roman. That's
Free
basically
Papa
Roman.
TV. I don't do church.
Yeah, and I don't do religion, man. I don't do nothing outside of what is.
Me
You know what
either.
I'm saying? Yeah. You can't use
Me
religion,
either.
man. Yeah, you can't use that
And
nowhere.
y'all saying, yeah, cursed is being in your own land and not having any say so or power. That's cursed.
Yeah, and let me say this too. I heard a lady say on the channel the other day, she said something about my unfathomable God. I pray to my unfathomable God. And I asked myself, how do you pray to something that you can't fathom?
Or see.
Yeah, but you can't, but
And
hold on, you can't even fathom it. Like you have no concept
That's
of
the
it.
Roman. That's the Roman concept. That's the Roman concept of what we call. Remember, I say what we call God, right?
Right, I'm
Okay.
talking about
Stuff
this
that's so
lady though
grand.
that said it. Hold on, King
Yeah,
Cat.
I
So
get
what's
what.
your
No,
count?
Yeah, King
you said
Cat. I ain't
what?
talking about where it come from. I'm talking about this lady that believed in
Let me,
that. You know what I'm saying?
let
The
me go and clear
idea,
that though.
you know.
Any concept is foreign to us. That's what we saying, buddy.
Right.
Roman, Catholic, Christian, all of it.
All that shit.
Islamic, all of it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, and my whole life, it's been a force, right? It's been forced on you, meaning like you didn't, like King Cass. Don't your brain tell you if it was natural, you in as divine as y'all say, wouldn't you have known it already? It wouldn't have to be forced on you, bro. Like drinking water. There's no religion about having to drink water, nigga. It just is what it is.
And their only proof is that book. They can't go to no other book and get proof
Yeah.
other
And
than
hey,
out
you
of
know
that
what's
book.
crazy? That's not even proof because a man wrote it.
Exactly.
Show me, yeah.
Exactly,
Come
my
on,
brother.
man. Show me a book with no author.
I mean, I ain't feeling that converted that shit either. Like, I don't agree with that part of Islam where they was going through taxing
No, King
people like
Cass.
if you
Let me
want to
ask you
fight their
this:
religion.
show me a book
Yeah.
without an author. That would tell me that it came from God.
Free
But
Papa
it,
TV. Are you living a wonderful life? You can't be. If you're in YouTube as much as you are, you can't be. Are you living a beautiful life where you don't pay nothing, where you don't got to come out your pocket for nothing?
y'all know that.
Are
Cleveland Young.
you are a prisoner of war?
You know, I realize some folks made to be the
Clown.
untouchable. Some to made to be untouchables. They made to be. You know what I'm saying? A walking lick. You know what I'm saying? We just not of that bloodline, Sister Betty. That's why we don't get it. You see what I'm saying? Some folks made to be servants. Like King Cash, you might be made to be a bootlicker, man. You might be made to be a servant. You see
Hey,
what I
nah,
mean?
I
my
mean,
folks,
what is
was the revolutionaries.
I bet
They
you
was
probably
the
came
ones that
from
what's
nothing.
fought.
what's
Hey,
great going on in your life where you're leaving?
What the fuck
At
happened to you?
what point will you live a wonderful life without any, where you don't have to get up and go to work every day?
right.
And I mean, live. When is that going to happen? Another generation is going to come after you and do the same shit.
That's right.
Nothing great is happening. Nothing. Show me.
Them Hebrews gonna be mad. Them Hebrew Aboriginals gonna be mad at y'all.
They can be mad because I hope it wakes them up, because they're standing out there in the hot, funky sun in New York reading the Bible and nothing good is happening for them.
I just
Nothing
don't.
good. I'm trying to see at what point are we going to wake up and see that that book doesn't work for any of us. If your body was infected with diseases and all of a sudden it got healed, that's something natural that happened.
So is
If you're
everybody
taking,
atheist
if
up
you're
here on the
taking,
panel?
if you're taking medicine for diabetes and all this other shit,
What
why
does
is
atheist
that?
mean? What does atheist mean, bro?
I mean, like you don't believe in the supreme being. You like, look, we just live, we exist, and we die. You know.
I don't think it's that simple. I don't think
But
any of
a
us think it's
bad
that simple.
life, a horrible life. That's a horrible life. I mean, we're poor and we have kids, and then they suffer. The kids suffer. They can't get new bikes, new clothes, or nothing. And then when they get Section 8, oh, praise the Lord, I got Section 8. Are you fucking serious? That's a bruised head. Oh, praise the Lord, I got food stamps. Oh, praise the Lord, I get cash benefits in a suffering society.
Buddha said, renounce this. Buddha said, renounce this and just meditate and focus on the way.
Prisoner of war.
Buddha was racist as hell.
How was the Buddha racist? The Buddha was racist?
The caste system. Look it up.
Buddha wasn't a part. No, he wasn't a part of it. Hinduism brought the caste system. Remember, Buddha come from them original people.
He was racist too. Look it up, buddy.
The Hinduism.
I ain't just talking. Look it up. It's
no, I know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. It was
sources gonna cite it for you, bro.
I mean, I looked that up, but he was supposed to be against that caste system. That's why they broke off.
Look it up.
Remember,
you gotta get out of fairy tale land, man.
No, you can look up the history. It's the Aryans that came out of Texas, lighter skinned folks,
right now,
came and invaded it.
And look how much stuff pop up.
I mean, I see old people that been in church all their life. And the pastor get up, oh, she was a good soul. The woman suffered all her fucking life.
Right.
Now what about TD Jakes? What about TD Jakes? Will we say he's blessed off of his belief in the gospel?
No, he's blessed off the money of his congregation.
The belief in that money.
The joke is on the congregation.
That's right.
He ain't got no fucking job. He works for his church, and he got badass suits, and all those monies coming in every week for the church offering is what he live off of. The joke is on the church.
He also said he was Igbo. He said he African.
Sure.
Well, don't he look? He probably is the way he look.
I just don't know why religious. I don't know why religious people go to hospitals and shit. Like, why do you go to a hospital if God? You know what I'm saying? Like, why go to hospital?
I don't understand.
If God is doing
the pastor lives real nice, and they wear really nice clothes, and they live in really nice homes. But the congregation lives in the damn hoods, or they're renting an apartment.
That's because they taught not to care about themselves. That's what the whole Bible's about. It's teaching you not to care about your physical self. See what I'm saying? People.
I don't think the Bible. I think folks are misinterpreting.
It does, right? It does.
It's mythology, so it's supposed to be interpreted. It ain't real.
Exactly.
It never happened.
It was a beef. Remember, it was a beef between different Christians.
Like I said, they can't prove none of them prophets existed from Adam to Muhammad. There's no proof that none of them existed.
It don't matter.
But our people want to continue on believing.
It don't matter what type of Christian that one is.
Right.
The point is, they're either renting or paying a damn mortgage, and they're all paying taxes. And the joke is on everybody that's paying taxes. I don't care what your race is. There's shit going on in this country that don't even have to go on. I'm talking about crazy shit. We can produce our own gas. Why are we getting it from another country? For what? When we have it here.
We got to go back to Africa.
No, we don't.
Oh my God.
That's not where we're from.
You gotta do none of that shit.
You ain't never been there.
Africa's not over here. We're not from there.
He know that y'all used to be just he triggering niggas. Shit, can't get.
Like you said, Africans don't even consider themselves African.
We had a whole segment yesterday about that.
Why the hell are you running somewhere where people running from? That don't even make sense. Y'all are weird.
I'm not understanding. I'm like lost. If you're renting an apartment, you're not living happy. You're settling. That's terrible. If you're not in the country where you originated from, that's a problem.
And Sister Betty, like I keep saying, we can prove that religion is $1 billion business or corporation.
Correct.
Industry, yeah.
It's the Abrahamic face. We'll say the Abrahamic face. We can't speak on everybody.
There's
All
only
of it.
one race of people that's prospering. That's just white people are living lovely here.
Well, a lot of them getting away from Christianity. Them white folks is atheists and Satanists. They building Satanist temples. Atheists and stuff. They leading the charge on that.
There's still
why come that
it don't
Bible
matter
didn't-
whether they're an atheist or a Christian. They're still prospering, flourishing, lovely, and you're not.
Yeah, I was gonna say why the God of the Bible didn't curse the white people in that Bible for doing all the harms they have done to. It's only our people that been cursed. Why white people ain't being cursed? Why no other race is being cursed except for us, Sister Betty?
Because it's all fake. It's all fake.
Gotta get the Hebrews. Hey, where the Hebrews at? Why they scared to come up here? Why the Hebrews scared to come up?
Oh, they gonna be scared to come on Sister Betsy channel. They scared. They ain't
Because
brave.
niggas
They go over
ain't
there
nobody
with
bullshitting over here.
They'll go over there with Sinetta.
Oh,
They
yeah.
won't come over here. They scared. They don't. They know I'm gonna get on them about them Wonder Woman bracelets.
Yeah, folks don't like to be woken up, man. They like to
Wearing
total
the Wonder Woman bracelets.
Well, the Hebrews said we not African, so they do say that. And then they said we are the same as the Mexicans. We got the same. We are all from the tribe of Judah with the Mexicans and the Native Americans.
Tribe of Judah is not real, man.
Oh.
This shit's crazy. I can't even believe it's like, bro, cat in the hat, man.
And yet they're reading out the King James Version Bible 1611.
Yeah.
When they said King James was black, they said he was black.
Make sense.
Man, I don't care if you black, green, blue, purple. It's not real, bro.
Oh, okay, that's Khalid. I'm like, okay, make this make sense. They're claiming to be. All right. Now it says that the land flowing with milk and honey is the land that flows with milk and honey. They're saying is Israel. Why aren't the Hebrews over in Israel?
Well,
and the land of Palestine.
That ethnic group do what? They kicking them out. Did you see the news? Well, them Hebrew Israelites that went over there trying to get land, they like trying to kick them out right now.
But Israel ain't never been called the land of milk and honey. Only place ever been called that is America.
You ain't got no proof of that. They ain't even know America.
How you doing, Sister Betty?
The land of milk and honey. Look it up. It's America. You can Google that too.
I wanted to ask Dame a question about something he said earlier too. Whenever we
There
get
we go.
Go ahead.
Indeed, Israel is referred to numerous times in the Bible as a land flowing with milk and honey.
But we gotta see through the hijat.
Which country is the land of milk and honey? Israel. Israel is located in the Middle East along the eastern coastline of the Mediterranean Sea, bordered by Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt. Okay. Where is the promised land in the Bible? Since the 19th century, British evangelical Christians interpreted this verse to mean that God promised the land of Canaan, Canaan, contemporary Israel-Palestine, to the Jewish people for eternity. Where is America at?
Yep, I don't see America.
Why aren't the Hebrew Israelites over there?
Because it's not in the place they say it is.
Because they getting kicked out. They over there, they getting kicked out. Them real Jewish people kicking them folks out. They like, look, I can't be over here squatting. Y'all gotta go.
But they told that to the black Hebrew Israelites?
Yeah, they told them they gotta go. They've been on the news, and then the Africans over there, they just like doing all type of other stuff to them. They just beating them up in the street, all type of stuff, man.
Just beating them up, huh?
I was
no. You gotta see through the hijack, and that's not Israel over there with those Jewish people. That's not the promised land. The promised land is here. We're already in the promised land.
Yeah, we know that.
This promised land is white man that built up.
But then if you read the Bible, like
That's your
God,
problem. You think the white man did a whole lot of shit he didn't do.
but
Look,
that
we
was
showed
already
you Hadley
prophesied
Park. We
to
showed you
happen.
Hadley Park, brother.
You showed me what? I whooped your ass on that King Cat. We ain't finna go through that again.
No, you didn't, man. You never recovered off of that, man. We showed you
What you mean?
the
What you
slave
mean?
master.
I pulled up the Negro doctor that was named after.
Here we
John
go.
No, it was
Henry.
Here we go,
speculation with that
Sachi.
name.
Hey, Sachi, here you go. Israel to expel black Hebrew Israelites. Despite living in Israel for decades, black Hebrew Israelites are being judged as not being authentically Jewish and face deportation as a result. Israel, this is in this Sunday, May 26, 2013 photo. Israel is preparing to deport dozens of black Hebrew Israelites with residency permits who have been living in the south of the country for decades. Prince Emmanuel Ben Yehuda, the spokesman for the African Hebrew Israelites, said the Israel Interior Ministry has given notice to at least 46 families saying they must leave the country within 60 days, calling it a shock to the system. Black Hebrews are a spiritual community of African Americans. How you like that? Who identify as descendants of an ancient Jewish tribe and view Israel as their ancestral homeland. With around 2,500 to 3,000 members, most of them live in the southern desert town of Dimona.
Damn, that's a
The
lot of people.
community, 2,500 to 3,000 members. The community was founded by Ben Carter, a Chicago steelworker who renamed himself Ben Ami Ben Israel after moving to Israel along with 30 of his followers in 1969. They were able to settle in the country as the Israeli law of return grants automatic citizenship to Jews who settle on historically Palestinian lands. But Israel wasn't sure what to make of the newcomers who arrived on tourist visas, adopted Hebrew names, and a West African style of dress. Then in 1973, members of the community were denied Israeli citizenship as Israel concluded that they are not ethnically Jewish. After being denied health care and other social services due to their lack of official status, Black Hebrew Israelites were finally given temporary residency status in Israel, thanks to the pressure from U.S. Congress in the early 1990s. For quite some time, we've had a number of members of the community with different levels of immigration status. Some of us have full citizenship, some take permanent residency, some have temporary residency, and some has no status whatsoever, said Ben Yehuda. He said the community has been working for years with Israeli authorities to sort out the legal status of those without permanent residency. But Israel says it gave residency status to around 1,200 and claims those whose applications were rejected were not members of the community. All those who were not included in the list of community members and didn't meet the criteria received a negative reply and in effect are residing illegally in Israel for a long period and must leave according to the law, Israel's population and immigration authorities said in a statement. That is a hot freaking mess.
Oh, we got to unpack that. Hey, I got a question. Now, y'all heard that thing say historically Palestinian land. And we all know Israel run right there to about 1940 something.
Right.
1945.
So my question to everybody that think that's Israel and running over there, now y'all looking like some damn fools now. I'm just saying now, because the thing specifically said it's historically Palestinian land. So how is it Israel?
Because they conquered it with the U.S. help.
No, I'm saying I know about all that. I'm saying to these so-called Israelites is supposed to be following what the Bible saying into knowing where their land is. How is that their land when they specifically saying it's historically Palestinian land?
Exactly. That's why Farrakhan told that man, them folks ain't got no spot on the planet because it's not really their land. Exactly.
They got that ancient. They got those ancient that ancient stuff over
Meaning
there.
no origin on this planet.
You talking about the white folks that's over there, or the black folks that went over there?
How about all of them?
It don't matter what color they is. There's no Israel.
It's not the land.
Dame, can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay. Let us know when you want to cut in, bro.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm just listening. I was waiting on the brother to ask me his question.
Oh yeah, so brother, you were saying that. I think you were saying the law of the land is found in the Bible, right? Or like it's in the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Could you explain it again? I'm not sure. I was trying to follow that.
It's I had said it's like the 42 negative confessions they stole off the walls of the pyramids. The 42 laws, negative confessions. You know, thou shalt not kill. You know
Yeah, that's in
those
the
laws.
Bible. Yep,
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's
Those
why in
are.
hoodoo you use the Psalms and hoodoo and stuff like that. You know
Hold
what I'm saying? They
on,
use the
King
Psalms.
Cats. Hold on, let him teach me this or figure out what
Yeah.
he's trying to say. So you saying
They.
go ahead, keep going.
Yeah. They are laws of the land, and they are in the Bible.
Of what land specifically?
Of all of the lands, but there
Let
are
me.
dictators in other lands and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they're not dictators over here.
Over where?
Over here in America,
Who's not dictators over here in America?
the government. You know, we have the ability to take ownership of our names
Right. Okay. So
and
going back.
not
Hold on.
be a citizen. And not be a citizen, you will be a live person.
That's right.
You know, you have
Yes.
to confess this. You have to make a declaration of this.
Yeah. All right.
That you're a
Let's stay.
live person.
Yeah. Let me stay on the Bible thing because I don't want to get confused.
Okay.
So
All right.
you were saying the laws of the land were written on these pyramids that somebody stole.
Right.
Uh, what pyramids are those? Like I'm trying to get a grasp on. You're
Well,
saying it's the law of all land, right? That was written on these pyramids.
it's got some text, some biblical text in there. It's got a lot of different texts in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So that can get confusing to a person. You know, that's why you got all these different religions. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to get off into that because you know I done got out of that. I'm with Sister Bethy. I
Okay.
don't believe in none of that.
Okay. Good. I got you.
Well, you saying they come from Akhenaten, right? That's where
So
they found those negative confessions at in the temple of Akhenaten when they, when he was around.
hold on, King. I don't want to get into the stories of like the people names and all that stuff. I guess I'm trying to figure out how the law of the land of I guess all lands could be written in a book. See what I'm saying from a certain area. How I'm trying to correlate that storyline to the law of all land. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, what does that mean as far as like
It
how
always
all
always
people
has been
abide by
like
that
that.
land?
It always has been like this. Always.
I'm sorry, elaborate.
It's always been like it's been, you know, you can't kill nobody. You know, the laws.
I don't know. I don't agree. I feel like naturally, in nature, right, the actual land, right, from outside of a box. I mean, a book, because a book is a box. You get what I'm saying? With the
Right.
author, that a man made. So
Right. I
outside of
know what you're
those
saying.
concepts and things like that, I feel like things like life and death, drinking water. I feel like that kind of stuff seems more like a natural law of land. Meaning, if you don't drink water, you die. If a lion eats a gazelle, that seems more of natural law. You know what I'm saying? Survival of the fittest. Procreation, stuff like that. To me, seems more actual than like theoretical. With this book, you get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
I don't see how they can take the law of land, of all land, if that's how you said it, or if that's correct. I don't see how they can take natural laws of land and put them into a book. When you know what I'm saying? When things like murder and killing and birth and procreation, all that stuff just naturally happens. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but you would
Minimized it.
have to have you would have to have some type of order. You know.
The land, yeah, I think the land does that. Not a man that
Like I keep saying, man
not a
created
man-made
God
book. Yeah,
so he can
exactly.
enslave and tax man and
That's what I'm trying
control
to say.
man.
And
He
listen,
created that mythology
yeah, so that
And
you, so
and
you,
so
using it on the
let
land
me
so he can go ahead,
right,
bro.
so you could feel safe in this delusion
Man.
that there's consequences for natural. There's no consequence if you get murdered in nature. If a lion eats a gazelle, there's no jail for that. There's no law that a man put in a book. You get what I'm trying to tell you? I'm trying to figure out how they
yeah,
can put these natural things into a book, and you think that that's law of land. It's the law of a book you get that a man made to put you into this. Like Big Dog said, you think you're actually abiding by natural law. It's a
I
man
mean,
that
at
made
one
this book.
time,
So I'm trying to help you see that. You see what I'm saying, brother?
because I mean, at one
I
time in
follow
It's
America,
not
you.
you
real.
could have
It's
a
not real at
two-spirit
all.
too, though. Y'all forgetting, like in the Wild Wild West days, you could just go out in the street and shoot each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the
The
white folks had
sheriff
discovered
could.
that part of. They was just getting to that part of the country. There wasn't no laws out there yet. Why
Do
they need
y'all
this
want to
law?
deal with Shay One? Hit the link, Shay One. As soon as you start crazy, I'm kicking you off.
It wasn't no laws. So does that mean they wasn't natural then? If it wasn't none out there, that means it's unnatural.
Well, yeah, the white folks was
Come
criminals.
again,
They was
come
going out
again.
there shooting
Wolf.
each
If
other.
they weren't already out there, I'm talking to Wolf. If they weren't already out there, they make it unnatural? Because shit is natural, just come
Well,
natural.
Will Johnson, be brave and hit the link, because I
Hey,
know
the
you're
nap.
living a wonderful life and you're living in harmony. You don't got no bills, and yeah, come and share your blessed story of how the Bible makes your life so wonderful.
It really does though.
How?
The way I grew up, I mean, my parents was like they wasn't drilling anything in us, but they definitely like taught us the commandments, and that stuff stuck with me. Like naturally, like I'm just naturally righteous, like
But
because of
you don't
that
think
book.
you would be naturally righteous without it? You don't think that
No.
you could be born and be a person with a good heart and good soul?
But it could get corrupted. Like we need instruction. At least right now, like in this time in life, we need instruction. Like someone has to show us right from wrong.
Hey, bro, let me ask you this real
What
quick. Hold on,
At
hold on.
parents?
Let me
Your
interject real quick.
parents don't show you right from wrong.
Right, and let me say this: right and wrong is not real. That's subjective. Let me ask you this: why do you think you need instruction? Why do you think that?
because you're impressionable. And if you don't have the right impression, then you'll have the wrong impression.
What? The right and wrong impression about what? I guess I'm trying to figure out. I feel like maybe they've given you the perspective that you need to search for something that you don't need to search for, and that creates the need of direction, right? So, for example, I feel like people are naturally just living, just like animals don't need direction. They say a dog gets its confidence by its ability. So its ability to do what it does is how it gets direction. There's no God for these animals. They're just doing what naturally comes. So I'm asking you, as a God being, why do you need instruction, and where are you trying to get to? I think the religion has given you that. You need instruction to get to heaven. You need instruction so you can be a good person. Why don't you naturally have? Are you catching where I'm going with that? That's a genuine question for you to open your versus saying we need order. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking you why.
Like I'm not trying to say like we just evil and we need order, but I'm saying like if you have a kingdom and you're supposed to be in representation of the supreme chief God, like of course you're gonna have to live a different way outside of everyone else. You're representing something bigger than yourself.
It's
And
like
those,
one. It's like in one. Well,
those
it's like in one point, it's like we're all gods, right? And people are gods, and then another point, it's like we need direction from the outside source. So I'm just trying to help you figure out why you need that. Because I don't. I guess if you would ask me, I don't feel like I need order. I feel like they've taken you astray. That's the only reason you would need order. But naturally, people didn't need order. Naturally, people did what they were designed to do. Like a dog, you don't have to tell a dog to fetch if it's naturally inclined to do so, or to procreate. But it's like now you have to teach us how to procreate. You get what I'm trying to say? Like eventually, like the same thought you're saying is why people are saying, I feel like a girl, I need to be told that, or they need to be told that they're supposed to procreate when they used to happen naturally. So I think the same thing's happening with religion. You don't need a God, bro. You don't need to be taught
it's
natural.
script.
Yeah, like let's think about this, right? Murder is not like killing somebody is all in context. If you're being attacked, killing somebody would be justified naturally. So it's not like a black and white thing where it's like
Hey, show your face real quick.
the
I gotta
commandments say don't kill, so I'm a good person because I follow the commandments. It say don't kill, I don't kill. Well, yeah,
You
if
gotta
you,
take it
let
into
me
context.
see.
I'm
You got
just saying it's not. I'm saying that book,
Bring
that
it down a
box,
little bit. I can't see you.
and the God concept is limiting
A little
is
bit more.
limiting what's actual. That's all I'm trying to
Bring
say,
it
bro.
down a little bit more.
I don't
You know what I
understand
mean?
Okay.
how.
All right. All
But
right. That's
but
fine.
But
you gotta take it
Okay,
into
Shay.
context. Like
I would
You
say
can turn it
that
off now,
you
Shay.
need laws though.
you definitely
There's
need.
natural law. That's why I was getting to earlier.
Right. And that's in the Bible.
No, 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 no. How is something natural in a man-made book, bro?
No, you can't
It's
walk
a
around.
Like
man-made
I
book.
said, they
You
they deem
cannot
you.
You
Hold
know what
on,
natural
they
means?
deem you
you
less than
can't
man or less than human. So they need human. They need laws because you less than human, brother. Stop
Yeah, you don't
believing
know how
in
to.
that
You
bullshit.
not. Yeah,
That's
you're
why
a
they
minor, so
created
you need
these laws
laws.
because they
Yeah.
think you less than human because
But
they
Well,
what,
no,
think you the
yeah,
fowl of the
they've
earth.
designed. Hold on, big dog. They've designed these
no,
people.
y'all misunderstanding where I'm coming from though.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
understanding.
really
I got you, bro.
believing in it as a religious book or anything like that. You
You
know what
said
I'm
hold
saying?
on. Let me tell you what you said, so you can
Not even a
verify or
book of
not.
laws,
You
brother.
said
It's
because you need
mythology.
laws. You said because you need laws and natural laws in the Bible. Na-
So can I ask you a question?
I just said a
You have
whole spiel
you
about
have
this. Go
do
ahead,
you
bro.
have kids?
I don't have kids. I
Oh,
should
you
because I
don't?
have how many niggas I be sonning, but
Yes, I have. Yes, yes.
yeah, big dog do.
So what do you how do you feel about pedophiles? Do you think that should be legal?
Of course not. Well, no, you know that. Of course not,
Right.
Exactly.
You need laws.
That's not in the Bible.
dude. I don't. Hold on. Hold on.
No,
I got
it's
you.
not in the
Hold on. Hold on.
Bible,
You
Hold on.
but
Hold
don't
on. Hold on.
need
Man
Hold on.
make
didn't
Hold
want
on.
to
laws,
go. I
brother.
didn't
you
want to
don't
Let
need
go.
me.
you
Hey,
don't
let me.
I
need
didn't
the
want to go
Bible to make that
Exactly.
type of
Let me
extreme
law.
edify. Exactly. And I don't. And let me
Hold
tell.
on.
Let him tell. I don't need a law, bro. You're wrong. I don't need a law. You need. I need water, or I'll die. I don't need a fucking law. That's why I tell you they fucked your head up, bro. You think you need something that you
Nah,
don't need. Hold on.
man.
Listen
well,
for a second. You think you need these things in life that you don't need in actuality. Theoretically, yes. They fucked you up, bro. You don't need shit like a lion don't need a law. You didn't hear nothing I just said. You stuck in a matrix. You don't. They have this thing where you've designed to become automatically thinking that there's consequences for things that naturally occur. There is no consequence for nature, and besides like death. That's why I try to get you out that book, but you go back to the book and say the law's in the book. No, it's a cycle. A
Now,
man made a book.
the
You're never
laws
gonna
in the
find.
Bible are different from the laws that you would
It's
make
not
in a
actual. It's
file.
theoretical because you're reading it. It's not actual.
No, I'm
I'm
talking
sorry.
about like okay. Now, yes, you need laws, but the laws, political laws, are separate from biblical laws. Okay, the Bible is religion. Now, laws for order, yes, you do need them damn pedophile laws. You need them. That has nothing to do with the Bible. That's a total separate type of law.
And let me say this. I guess okay. So you need pedophile laws for the guy that who brought that up. I think Dame. So
Yeah, you do need that.
the law is. Let me tell you all the law, the natural law for a pedophile. Because he said you need it. A need is something you don't have, right? I don't need shit. A need is something like this is my perspective. Y'all, I don't have the same mindset, I guess, but a need is something I don't have. I don't need a law for pedophilia. My law for pedophilia is my gun. It's natural. My gun and my self defense is my law. I don't need to go to Congress to say make a law where if they rape a child, they go to jail. Fool, if a child's raped, that law they tell the law y'all talking about, it don't even matter because the crime already done. The law
And
is
what
your
about
natural.
those
I got
If
a
you don't
question.
those
get that, that's over
preachers
your
that
head. Hey, listen, yeah. And if you don't get that, that's over your
what
head.
about those preachers that did the same thing and they didn't
Yeah.
get
Those preachers they're not a good representation of what that book says. Wolf, I have a question for you.
Man,
Okay.
that book say, hold on, stop, because you said talking about what the book say. The book say kill the man, the boy, and all women that have laid with the man and
The
keep the girls
yeah, the book
that
is
have not
fucking.
been lost their virtue.
The
That's what the
book is a
book
What
say.
trap, y'all.
scripture
The
is
book is a
that?
trap.
What scripture is that?
It don't matter. We're not gonna go down
It
that
does.
road.
Peter
Okay, you
2:18
can't
tell you
just
to
throw
obey your
stuff out there
heavenly
without
father
going to
and
the
your
proper
earthly
motive.
master.
So yeah.
Wait, what?
No. Ask your question though. Let's just keep. Don't get stuck in the rabbit hole of the book and stuff.
Peter
That's your question.
2:18 tell you to obey your heavenly father and
The
your
New
earthly
Testament.
master.
Okay, that's another thing with the Bible that black people having a problem with. It's the New Testament that's a problem. The New
No,
Testament.
it's the fact that you believe in
Oh, right.
literature
The New
as
Testament.
actuality, bro.
It's the fact that we got documentation
The
and say,
Old Testament
accept this or
doesn't
die,
deal with the
what
New.
they brought over here to our
You
ancestors.
can't prove nobody in the Old Testament was real. Like I said, none of them
And we still
people in
talking
that
about
Bible
it.
has been
I mean,
proven to
names
exist
have
from
been switched.
Adam to Muhammad.
Translations have been.
None of them.
Of course, we
This
can.
all I'm trying to
Of course,
get at.
we can. But if you
We
look
got
at the story of
Okay,
the book,
documentation.
hold
if
up one
you
at
look
a
at the
time, y'all.
story,
Let's listen to Khalib and then
Yeah, one
Saji,
at a
you
time. You
got
got
it.
it, brother. Go ahead.
bro, if you
Caleb.
look at the story of the book, you can easily identify like what's going on with these people and what is to happen to these people. And then when you turn around and look in real life at us, you
No, everybody don't have the
clearly
same discernment as you, bro.
hold on. You clearly see the connection between black people and these so-called Israelites. Because I'm gonna say so-called because we don't know if that was a name. We don't know. It could be hybrid.
Caleb. Does a
Wait,
4-year-old
Wolf,
know what you're
let him
talking about?
finish. Wolf,
My
Go
Wolf,
bad.
ahead,
hold
go
up,
ahead,
honey.
Wolf. Go
I
ahead,
wanted to
Wolf.
ask him a
You
question
cutting him
about.
off, baby. Let him
Go ahead.
finish.
Nah, go ahead, Wolf. Ask your question.
I was gonna ask you a question. I was just saying, I see what you're saying, but do you think everyone has the same discernment as you, bro? Are you saying you could tell by
Absolutely.
reading the book?
We're all different people. Like,
Yeah, so that
I'm
book.
not expecting everybody to like go to the Bible or like believe in the Bible. Like, I'm not expecting everybody to do that. But you
Right.
can't. But that you can't deny what's written in there. You can't deny what's written in there and what has happened to us. You can't deny that connection. You can't deny that.
You can't
Caleb, hold
deny the
on.
connection between the church and the state too. But
You
y'all
can't
Church,
keep
deny that
doing it.
connection.
but
Caleb,
Listen though,
that's
Caleb.
Europeans though. That's colonization. Like we're
Caleb, you
the
sound
dealing
same
with
intelligent,
the
this
white.
bro.
this
Caleb,
same
let me
connection can be connected to white people, to Mexicans, to Asians, to everybody. But what you can't deny is that we got documentation stating that our people was not on that shit.
Where?
Caleb.
It's called the doctrine of discovery. That's why the people they
That's
talking
promote
to telling them
I'm
they
doctrine
gonna.
of
gonna chill. I'm gonna
discovery.
chill, Sister Betty. I'm gonna chill.
The doctrine of discovery is about Jesus. It has nothing to do with the one and only God. Like it has nothing to do with.
It's about the
Hey,
Bible.
bro,
Period.
look. I've even tested it myself to make sure I wasn't being biased. I read between the Old Testament and the New Testament. I prayed about these things.
Man, that's the problem. You had to pray about it.
Yeah, come on, Caleb. You making me you fucking me up. Let's just chill, bro.
Look.
It's giving me. I'm getting
Listen.
traumatized, bro, from this
I'm just
belief shit.
trying to
Sorry,
explain
bro.
to
I'm
you.
sorry. It's fucking with me. It's making me feel like less. It's making me feel subservient to a
Can
fucking
you
spirit.
prove it's real and it's not mythology? Because
Nah,
from
Yeah,
my
listen though.
I
understanding,
can show you.
it's all
Y'all,
mythology.
wait. Y'all
If
let him respond.
I can.
We gotta let him respond. Let him respond.
I can show you certain verses, and we ain't talking about Deuteronomy. We passed Deuteronomy. These Hebrew Israelites are stuck in Deuteronomy. You got to go forward. That's the problem with the Bible. No one is moving forward with the other
Nobody
writers
wants to
in
play
that
the
book.
relate
Hey,
game.
Caleb.
If you go in Hosea, right? God literally told these people a nation is coming to your land and they're about to destroy the promised land. They're going to destroy all your buildings. They're going to destroy the whole promised land is going to be under these people's captivity. Like it's
Hey,
in.
Now, how many
So I
other
read that.
lands can you apply that to?
hold on, Sacha. Let me help him out. I believe that story, bro. I just believe a man created it, and then you think God predicted it. This is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. They be like, how did the Simpsons know what was going to happen? Nigga, a man made the cartoon. Man is designing. If
Bro,
I know I'm about to slap you, right? Hold on. If I know I'm about to slap you, I write it down in a book, and then you end up getting slapped. You gonna say that came from God, or you gonna say the nigga that made the book already knew he was gonna do it? Everything in that book is playing out because people designed it, bro. Don't you? Your brain should tell you that. It's not because it came from a
so
divine God.
okay,
It's
so what about
because it's literature. Hold on, it's literature. It's not actuality, bro. If you read Cat in the Hat, you know it has an author.
Cat in
If
the
you
Hat?
watch a movie, you know it has a film director, right? It has a
Cat,
script writer. You don't watch a movie and then leave the movie and be like, "Damn, this shit's about to happen." The movie's over. The book's over,
so
bro.
do you
The
think
book is over.
so do
You
you
said.
think our
I'm
experience
gonna
that
land right here. I'm gonna land right here. I was just going by what you said. You said we don't read the book and keep further on. We kept reading the book and then we closed the book on the last page and then move on. The book is not. It's not actual, bro. Just like a movie's not actual. It's just literature. That's all I'm trying to get you to.
I understand your perspective. Like my mom, who was the same person who was teaching me these things, today does not believe. But she does not believe because of the Hebrew Israelites that was out there in the streets dressed up like Power Rangers telling people that you're cursed. When you coming at our people like that, don't nobody want to be told that they cursed, and we're not cursed. See, they didn't properly quote the book. We're a blessed people, but we fail.
How? Okay, can you show me some of our blessed, how we're blessed as a people?
Okay.
I'm still trying to understand
Here's
how
how.
you keep
Here's how.
saying this book is even about us when they bought it over here and told us we got to accept it or die.
It's
Okay.
not, Sachi. He can't answer
Okay.
that. I
This
want
is
to
how.
ask the eldest son. I want to ask Sister Betty something. And
You can. You can.
Sachi. Go ahead, though,
Oh,
Caleb. I'll wait till you.
Yeah, let Caleb finish real quick. Move on.
okay, Sister Betty, we're blessed. You can see it today. We already know we're the top people. Like we're number one. Is not a secret. We all know these things. Like even in the inside of us, like people
But
follow
you
what
think
we.
we're blessed? I'm trying to figure out name how we're blessed as a people.
Like you want like a scripture or something.
No, definitely not a scripture. I just want you
Please,
to
please not.
I
Okay.
just want you to point out some
Oh,
facts of
okay.
us being blessed.
Okay. Well, before the curses came upon us, or before those cursed individuals came upon
We
us.
talking nowadays, not back then. Nowadays,
Okay,
how
well
are we
then if you
blessed,
talk
sir?
it, okay,
You
if
want
you
to go back 1,000,000 years, 2,000,000 years? No, we talking about in 2023.
not a
How we
million.
blessed?
Okay. You can't, if you speaking from the Bible's perspective, technically we are blessed, but we're not. The way they've done it, they've created this matrix for us. You know, we're living in a matrix right now, and I'm not really talking literal, but we don't know who we are. We've lost. Well, we do, but we've lost that. We've lost
The Bible not gonna help you
these
know who
people,
you are, though. The
brother.
Bible doesn't help you know
I
who
know
you
who
are.
I am, buddy.
Hold on,
I
hold on,
started
hold on, hold on.
in the
Let him
Bible.
finish.
What are you?
Y'all gotta let him finish so we can respond to him.
Yeah,
I'm
let him
waiting to
finish up,
see where
Shotwar.
we're blessed at.
Yeah, you good. Let him finish up. You good.
Brother, I wanted to say this real quick. I started off in the Bible, and me reading that stuff. Yeah, I used to think I was from Africa. I used to watch YouTube videos. I cut that out about 4 years ago, and I read the whole Bible on my own. And you can clearly see we had land. You can clearly see we had everything we needed.
Where was the land at?
According to the fake translations, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you what's in the book. The book say Israel or Jerusalem or Mount Zion, but not. It's not always something physical. Like Mount Zion is talking about a group of people, which is us. That's not talking about an actual mountain. And then, but me personally, I believe it's in America. I believe the American Indians are the chosen people. I believe we was already here. This is the promised land, and the European forces that came against us was prophesied throughout the whole book. The story don't change. The
Hey,
story
Caleb.
does not change until the New Testament. The New Testament is when you get into all the BS. But when you back it up to the Old Testament, even in Genesis, God talked about what was going to happen. From Genesis to the last book of the Old Testament, the story never changes. That's why I need y'all to realize.
Well, you said you believe America is Israel, or like that's us and
I
stuff,
believe
stuff like that.
America is the promised land, not Israel. Saying that it's Israel is like saying
Right.
that's is like saying American Indians are Native American.
No, let me say. I just
Well,
wonder why they didn't.
how were we promised land that we already had and already was on?
Yeah, and
From
why
the
didn't
book
it say
that
that in
you're
the book?
reading, that's why I'm saying I don't believe it applies to us. I mean, we're already on the land and we've been here. We're from this soil. So why would we be promised land in Israel? And seriously, this we're not the people that needed to go to a land flowing with milk and honey. We're already from the soil of the land that flows with milk and honey. So this is why I'm saying I don't believe the Bible applied to us. It applied to people who came here knowing that this is the land of milk and honey because they were promised land based on the doctrine of discovery to take it. And that's what they did. They came and took over the land that's flowing with milk and honey.
See, and that's my problem. Everybody get their own misinterpretations
Oh no,
of
Will Johnson, I
that
don't hate
Bible.
myself. I love me some me.
Can
If
That's
that
right,
don't
big
make
Betty, can
dog.
I
perfect
ask y'all a
sense,
question?
if that don't make perfect sense to y'all, what Sister Betty just said.
Nah, that make a lot of sense.
Yeah, we on one accord. We on the same page.
Yep.
But
Hey,
Can
Made
I ask
perfect
y'all a
Shotwar.
sense.
question, y'all?
Yeah, you want to ask a question?
I think y'all gonna like this question too. This for cause I'm Wolf. I think I'm a '90s baby. I think you young like me. This for like Sachi, Philly, and Sister Betty, Dame Dot. When y'all when you guys were growing up, um, I would assume like y'all kind of like grew up in like the 70s and the 80s. Did you guys like in your youthful years, like at what age did you feel like or notice or get a feeling like the Bible or maybe the Quran was kind of like mythological and it kind of just had a hold on the people? Like when did you start feeling like this isn't really what our people like, or not our people, but a lot of people are perceiving it to be? Like what
Uh,
age did y'all like in y'all teenage years and y'all
I was
younger
like
years, or
15.
when you
I was like
became like a
15,
young
bro.
adult?
Yeah, I
Like
was a
15.
teenager.
I was in my 30s.
What about you,
I was
Bethy?
I
Sachi?
was a teenager.
I was 25.
And I want to ask the brother, you know they updated them 10 commandments. They no longer 10 commandments. They're 10 climate commandments now. See, that's the problem I have with a lot of y'all. Y'all don't update y'all information because, like I said, on November 5th through the 18th, they changed the 10 commandments. Man did, the Pope and them, all the world leaders went and changed the 10 commandments to the 10 climate commandments or the climate commandments. They're no longer called the 10 commandments. So you going on old bullshit. And like I said, a lot of y'all don't update y'all information of what's going on. But y'all got it.
And Shaw, let me answer your question better. It's me, man. Wolf. I never believed in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So I always say, what about the kid that never believed? People act like it's just the fact that religion and shit is in all of us. No, I was a kid that had to see it to believe it. My whole life, I obeyed the Bible. I obeyed adults. I didn't think that niggas would lie to me about religion. But to be honest, I never believed religion. I never could visualize it. I'm a painter. I was a painter since I was 5. If I couldn't visualize it, it's not real, fool. I never believed in the Bible. I never was
And
sitting there like,
we can see how this religion was
that's a
forced on us
bomb.
by our ancestors, the same way they forced this pandemic on us to believe that it was a pandemic happening. Most of the people that believed in religion was pushing the pandemic. The same way religion or Christianity was pushed on us as a kid to make us go to church or make us go to the temple or make us go to the masjid.
That's right. And how fucked up that is for an adult to push that on a child that can't even perceive what that is. Like
The
I was that
same
kid.
way they
Yeah,
push,
crazy.
the same way they push Santa Claus on us and told us Santa Claus was
Yeah, and then
real.
you find out it's not real. You crying because you're a little kid that can't believe you got lied to about some shit they didn't have to lie about.
I was in school.
They don't got to lie about religion. I don't need a God. You get what I'm trying to say? Let me say this. Look, I don't need a God. I was a little boy outside, like, yo, strike me down if you real, my nigga. Strike me down. I need to know. What about the child that didn't believe? Yeah, we can't forget about that. You can't just run everybody up and say, it's what
Nah,
we all believe in. We all know
I'm with
this.
I'm
No,
with you
sir.
on that because
I
I
didn't
be
believe
telling
shit as a kid.
I be
Go
telling
ahead.
people like as a kid, like I went to Catholic school my whole life, and my grandmother still faithfully go to church. I tell people like I was never a Christian though because I know as a kid, like you said, like I had an open mind. Like I never was like I always just kept mind or had this mind like I don't know if this stuff real. Like I would be in church looking like what are they doing? The Holy Ghost, all of that stuff never like
And
resonated
brother,
with me.
that's the same thing with me. I wasn't forced to be a Christian. I chose Islam as a teenager. And like I said, once I did my research and connected all these religions working together, because they used to think that they were enemies.
That's
All these
facts. They used to.
religions was enemies.
Yeah,
But
like
then
it's
you
like
turn
football.
around and see that they all working together to
Yeah,
enslave the people.
yeah. It's all the same play, big dog. It's like football. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Cowboys and the Redskins, they both getting paid by the NFL.
Wasn't we all taught that these religions was enemies?
Yeah,
Am I?
like yeah,
The war.
like
Thank you.
politicians. They on the same team. Yeah.
I mean, I agree with y'all from a certain point of view. I agree with what y'all saying, but I also want to like
You felt
share
that, huh? You felt
what I
that?
already like. I had already
Hold
like.
on, just like real quick, just like when 9/11 hit, we were told it was the Arabs or another nation that did it. But we found out another nation didn't do it. That
That's right.
they did it to themselves.
But
That's
it
right.
just seems like people are so angry with the Bible. Like, I mean, I get you being angry with Jesus because he's fake, but I don't get you being angry with
All of them
the
fake,
Old Testament.
brother.
Like,
From
I
from
don't
from
understand.
Adam to Muhammad, they're fake. You can't prove none of them exist. Only in that book. So
Yeah. And Caleb, we not mad at the book. We mad that we've been tricked by something like a book, like a box.
big
You
Exactly.
put,
facts.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm mad you put this infinite, unfathomable thing called God and the whole everything. You put that into in 4 corners.
And then you did know
Come on,
about the
dog.
10 Commandments being changed, brother, didn't you?
But
Did you hear about
don't.
that, sir?
No, I
I
don't
didn't
keep
know that either.
looking up that stuff. No, I don't look
Look
that.
into it.
And I understand that there's a pope and he's not of us, and I understand the doctrine of discovery.
Yeah.
But I mean, how can you tell somebody who's read that these people's land would be taken, their lands would be destroyed, they would lose their identities. But okay, let's not just
in
stop
their
there.
Bible. It's in their Bible, Khalid. What you said,
But
you read the whole Bible,
You
so
read
you
their
would know
Bible.
that what they were going to do to people when they got here.
That's exactly, and that's what Caleb's. I'm trying to tell you. It's a person telling you what they're gonna do. It's not from a God. That's
what
what
about
it's
the
like. Yeah.
rejuvenation?
Have our people not been forced off their lands by the same people that brought them the Bible here, the King James?
Yeah.
They
They just yeah.
all
And
in
they
the name of the doctrine of discovery. Have
yep.
we
And
not been scattered? Have we not been overthrown? Are we still not in power since they came with the Bible?
that's right.
That's how long that we've been out of power.
Okay, let me just ask the question to get a better understanding of how y'all like what y'all saying. So you saying it's like predictive programming, pretty much.
Well, it prophesies in the Bible what was going to befall of a specific people.
I
They
like
see
that, Caleb.
us, their Bible describes us as being Satan and what will happen to us. So everything bad that happened to us, not them. These people come over here and get jobs, and we're last. We're the bread, we're the crumbs.
Can I say something to Caleb real quick?
Yeah, Caleb. Let Caleb keep cooking. If he
Well, I was just gonna say I
wasn't
agree with
done,
you,
keep.
but that's the New Testament that's promoting all this, like all this weird Satan and stuff. That's New Testament. People got to get up out the New.
Well, it's deeper than
It's
that. We're
still
not.
their Bible, though. It's still
Yeah, we're
there.
not even stuck on that,
Still,
Caleb.
it's
Excuse me,
even
sir.
in whether it's
We
the
talking
The
Old
about in
story of
general.
Testament,
Ham from the
whether
story of
it's
Ham
hold
that they
up,
use.
whether it's
My
the
bad.
Old Testament or the New Testament, it's still their book that they came here. When they came here with that Bible, it had the Old Testament in it and the New Testament. And it all applies to us negatively. Everything it said from Genesis to Revelations happening to our people.
And Caleb, let me ask you this: if a baby don't understand that Bible and that God and don't confess to God, would you blame it and condemn it to
I
hell?
blame the baby. Hell,
Yes.
why
Why
would
not?
I blame the baby?
I'm asking. Well, because naturally he's supposed to know God, right? We all supposed to know, or
I mean,
why wouldn't you blame the baby? I'm asking.
okay, but it's like that baby is pretty much like Neo from the Matrix. He's in the Matrix. Of course, he doesn't know. He has to go find it out for himself. Some
I would.
people, just like some
Yeah.
people, when we was born, we thought we was black. We thought we was African because that's what they have been
We
teaching
thought
us.
we was Christians too.
We thought
Hey,
we
Caleb,
we thought we was Christians. We thought
Yeah.
Christ was
is the
the one.
story of Ham not in the Old Testament?
Huh?
Is the story of Ham and Noah cursing his son Ham not in the Old Testament?
It's in the Old Testament. What about?
Exactly. This is the story they use to say that we were descendants of Ham and deserve to be enslaved and doing all the crazy stuff.
Just use that. Yeah.
He's
So
saying
why
go
you
read
keep
that Old
saying
Testament again.
so why you keep saying it's just the New Testament, sir?
Because we're not of Ham. Sir,
I'm not. I didn't say we was of Ham. I said this is
We
the
not
story that
none
they
of those people because
use
none of those people
to
existed. None of
justify
those.
doing what they did to us over here on this land. They called us children of Ham and enslaved us under their story.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think we give these colonizers too much credit. There's no way they created the Old Testament. There's no way they wrote all of that.
So
no.
where did
Why?
it come
Hey,
from?
why?
All right,
Yeah.
Where
let
did
me
it come from?
respond to him. Let me respond to him.
Hey,
This,
Shay
this,
One, I left you a message in the back chat. My bad. Go ahead, y'all.
you're good. So, what you saying we giving them way too much credit? This is I want to say that this ain't for him. Just overall, people don't realize that all three of the main religions come from one small pocket of the world, the Middle East. It's all in one pocket. So logically, why would this small pocket of the world have a word over the whole world? Y'all Aboriginals, y'all know that people here had their own creation stories. If these religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, if they never went on tour, America would have never knew about these religions. China would have never knew about them. So when these people speak about these books and try to act like they have some type of supremacy over it, doesn't even make sense. Africans wouldn't know about it. Russians wouldn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say when Caleb, when you sitting here and you trying to apply, like Wolf said, you're trying to apply a man-made doctrine because it feels good. It feels like, people have this obsession with relating. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah,
Right.
that, oh yeah, that's, that I went through that too. Oh yeah, that's just like me. That's why that's example. A lot of these kids these days, they listen to certain rappers. It's no different. You'll listen to a rapper, he not from your state, but you relate to him because you think, oh yeah, y'all went through that too. That's all people do with the Bible. That's all people do with the Bible, Quran. They pick things that and they sensationalize it and try to connect it with their life. None of those books are divine. None of them. They're just man-made doctrines. And with all due respect to them, some of them do have good rhetoric in it. They do.
Yeah,
They have some lines in there. You know what I'm saying? They got some good lines in there, but they're not predictive. They're not divine. They're not any of that. And like Sister Betty and Big Dog Philly and Sachi and them keep saying, those books were used to enslave people. Islam tells you if you don't die Muslim, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's oppressive.
I mean, that's that.
That's
Okay,
oppressive.
so when they came across this is the Old Testament. When they came across this, what land did they go to? Khalid.
I mean, the way the Americas was divided, I mean, they probably just went to a different part in the Americas. Like they didn't go to a whole nother continent.
Oh, so you're saying that that this was all over here? This wasn't. They didn't come from out of Egypt.
This was over here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hold on, Sister Betty. This is another thing I want to ask Caleb real quick, right? Caleb, you keep saying like they said, you keep referencing the Old Testament. Do you subscribe to everything in the Old Testament, or you just picking what feels good to you? And I got another question after that.
Okay, I don't subscribe to the Book of Job.
Okay, so I'm confused on how you're picking and choosing what you take and what you don't take out of the Old Testament. How do you make that decision?
Well, as far as the Book of Job, he wasn't even of those people. First of all, he was a whole different person, and so I kind of looked it up on Google. Like I was reading it, and the stuff in Job just sound fantasy to me. So I kind of looked into it and I looked it up.
It's the only book that sounds fancy to you.
Right.
Okay, all right. Let me
you getting close. You getting close.
Let me move to the second question. Hold on. He said that sounds fantasy, right? So the flood story don't sound fantasy to you?
Brother, the splitting of the sea to save a people?
I said the flood story, like Noah's Ark, and that don't sound fantasy to you?
Put all the animals, put the animals in two, perfectly in two. It's just two of them.
I mean, why couldn't they leave the mosquitoes?
Wait. Wait. The flood story, right? That wiped out like the whole world, right? And started new people, right? Let's make this make sense. Let's make this make sense, Caleb. How would somebody in that time period know that a flood was global? Did he have YouTube? Did he have a cell phone? Did he?
I mean,
no, right? Well, that don't even make sense.
But if you're dealing one-on-one, okay, you got to take it from the story's perspective. If you dealing one-on-one with the Supreme Chief, you don't think that you're not gonna know the how big this is gonna be. You don't think?
Yep, that's why we said fantasy.
I mean, literally, they said he took 8 souls with him.
Right.
That's fantasy, man.
I've never read that. I don't know where.
That's in Genesis.
No. All I'm saying, hold on. All I'm saying is Caleb, you can't just take what you want out of the Old Testament. You got to accept it all. You got to take it all.
Except Job. Job is fake. That's definitely fake. But
how they? Hey, let me ask you. How they make that one part fake, though, bro? How do they make that one part fake?
The way Job's story is, it's a story about a man who's pretty much like cursed by, like, he goes through all this stuff.
But Caleb, you don't think in your mind you like, wait, they made this one part fake, but the rest of it they made real.
But what's in,
What?
but you gotta look at the story of Job. The stories about the so-called devil coming and communicating.
No, I got you.
Hey, real quick, Wolf. Real quick, I got you. They say the story. Peter never met Jesus, but he talked about Jesus. So all of that shit fake.
The New Testament,
because Peter only never seen Jesus, touched Jesus, smelled Jesus, or knew about Jesus, but he had so-called premonitions of Jesus. So all that shit fake, brother.
Yeah,
Yo, Philly cooking y'all tonight.
Each book about Jesus has different endings about like how he resurrected in the New Testament. That's fake. Like we already know that. But the next level past Jesus in the Hebrew Israelite community is the Old Testament Hebrew, so-called Hebrew Israelite people. So can you just drop the New Testament, because we all understand. I understand it's fake.
No, you got it. Hey, we did. We dropped the New
Old
Testament.
Testament
We
fake
dropped the
too.
old one too.
The old one was fake
The
too.
Old Testament.
The New Testament, I mean,
We dropped both of them, bro. I'm gonna keep it honest.
The Old Testament fake too, brother.
Yeah, we dropped the whole
And
religion,
I
dude.
ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Kemet fake. I'm at a point where I'm like Kemet fake too. Samaria fake. It's all fake. It's all mythology.
There you go.
And the only reason I give reverence to Samaria and Egypt is because I feel like they're the mothers of the three main religions. Christianity, Judaism. I give them their their reverence in that manner, because they're earlier, but they all it's all mythology. They're all systems. Whether you want to believe that they're trying to help us or not, cool. 42 laws of my eye, wherever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? The Akkadian story. If you feel like they were there to help us, cool. That's subjective. That's somebody's perspective. But to try to suggest that these things are divine or they're from this God, that's very much dishonest. If you know the history of these religions, if you know the history of them, you know that they ain't from nothing but men. And I'm cool with that.
Yep.
I'm cool with doctrines, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm cool with that. I understand Islam. Y'all know we live in communities where y'all see it's helping people. It help brothers. Guys come home from jail, they be Muslim. It help people. I get that, but we gotta stop this whole if you don't, that shit is spookism. It's spookism, whether we like it or not. It's oppressive. It's spookism. It's a form of slavery. It's all of that. We don't want to say
It might be a mental disorder as well.
Yeah,
I
like, we
think
don't want
religion's
to
a mental
admit that,
disorder.
bro, because they've been, especially us here in America, because we done went through so much. So we scratching and clawing for anything that make us feel like we got some type of salvation. But that all that, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of be scared to say stuff like this, like, but it's a form of control, and people sensationalize it because it makes them feel good when we going through something. First thing what they say, when you going through something, God, please help me, da da da. Like, we gotta stop. We gotta draw the line there, because if Jesus and all these people real, Santa Claus real too. We gotta take everything. We can't just be picking and choosing fictional characters. Oh, he real, but he ain't. We might as
That's
well
the
take it
same
all.
thing I said earlier a minute ago.
Right,
Go ahead,
right. We gotta take it all.
Okay,
and that's no disrespect to you, Caleb. My grandmother go to church faithfully.
No disrespect taken,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? I understand it. I grew up like that. My family, everything I'm saying, I can't tell like everybody in my family. Some people gonna die with that shit. That shit keeps them going. That's their life.
Facts. Facts.
And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
like Wolf said, I don't have I never had an imagination. And I feel bad. There's times where I be mad at myself, like, damn, I wish I had an imagination so I could fit in, because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm attacking their religion.
Yeah, I got an imagination, just not for that fake ass.
Yeah, I don't believe none of that stuff.
And the
I'm
connection
too realistic
between the
to believe
church
it.
and the state, which is still intact to the day. And they, like I keep saying, they control the education system, the religion, the history, the science. Most of our people believe in science like it's a religion. But y'all
That's
got
right.
it.
That's right.
No,
you saying, Caleb?
I'm not. I definitely get it. Like, I definitely get why you wouldn't want, why you wouldn't want to read the Bible. Why it would be distasteful? Like, the way it has been taught and stuff.
Yeah.
It's been trash.
Hey, can I ask you a quick question,
What he
Caleb?
not understanding is
Go ahead.
We have read the Bible. That's what you're not understanding, brother. We done all read it.
Yeah, that's true. We all used to be Christian,
my
Caleb.
quick question to the brother is, why should we teach it to the next generation? Because they're the ones that's important. It did not people no good. So why should we keep teaching mythology to the next generation, brother?
Well, if you say teach, I don't think you should like teach like the Bible, but I definitely think you should inform them of the story, like the moral of the whole Old Testament. The moral of the whole Old Testament is just about a blessed people who fell for a short period of time and who was going to be reestablished as the top people on this planet Earth, and all nations will come to us.
But they got cursed.
They fell under a curse for a short period of time. We still a blessed people. You still the people. You just I mean, what we did, the consequences of your actions, you can't escape that.
You're
Hold on,
talking
Caleb.
almost 1,000 or
Hold on.
more years, sir.
Hold on,
Do
Caleb.
y'all
Caleb.
realize what
Caleb.
he
Caleb.
just said? Do y'all realize what he just said?
I
Oh, go
heard him,
ahead,
Sachi.
Sachi.
Hold on.
Exactly. I heard him, Sachi.
No, listen what I'm saying. Like, that is the story you supposed to tell of your ancestors.
That's right.
Not the fake story in the book. You
Actual,
supposed to be
hey,
able to
yeah, you
tell
got
your
actual
kids
moral
about your
stories.
granddad and your great granddad and your great grandmama, your great 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 what they was doing.
Making out the
That's that
projects.
story.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead, Shawan. I think you was trying to
And
say something.
look, something, Caleb, something Wolf said. Like when you read in the Bible, right? They like what he just said, like a nation fell, and like we don't gotta wait for no Bible to do that. Like it's like he said with the laws. Like you don't need a law to tell you to do this and do that. If that's right or wrong, you don't really need a law. Like technically, you don't need a law. So our nations, or when nations are falling, these is people conquering. These are people going places. These ain't God making these nations fall. These are like God cursed these people. That ain't curses. These are other humans going places and violating other people.
It's a good
So
point.
why should I
A
feel
great
cursed
point.
because
These
another
are
person is oppressing
corporations
me?
that's enslaving their
That's a
people.
great point, bro.
You
What
feel
you
me? Why
need,
should I
God?
feel like God?
Yeah.
That's what they do, right? Oh
Yeah,
God,
you right.
when
Okay,
we
I
question
just read
things, they be
some.
like, "Oh, don't
These
question God."
corporations is using religion to enslave and tax the people. Someone said in the chat that they use the Bible in the court of law. Exactly. They're using man-made laws to enslave you, but they ain't using them same laws against themselves for the crimes against humanity that they have been doing.
Of course they're not. Of course they're
These
not going to
corporations,
themselves.
these corporations or these religious institutions basically have immunity over the people. They
Right.
don't get in trouble, but we get in trouble.
That's right. And look, they make you swear on the Bible, but if you do something, you can't say the devil made you do it.
Yeah, what
Okay. I have a question.
I'm still not getting this question answered seriously. The Bible was brought over here by settlers. It
That's a
wasn't
fact.
already here. It wasn't already here. So how are you making the Bible your life? It was brought here by settlers, by the same people who took this land from you. Could somebody make that make sense?
Oh,
Okay.
I got. Let me speak on that, Sister Betty. See, the reason
All
why.
right, you got it, then Khalid.
Yeah, I'm trying to be
And then
real
don't
quick, right?
interrupt them.
Right. So these people that we talking about, they were using religion to try to religion was people you see not, and there's no offense to you, Caleb, because like I said, my grandmother, people like that type of stuff. And they saw the power it had over the people. So they used it to go on their conquest, Christianity, Islam, and they used it to go now to go around the world and it was a way to conquer, right? See, where our people, no matter where we are, we never tried to. I was telling somebody this the other day. You don't see nowhere in this world where black people are xenophobic.
You don't see black people trying to like conquer and pillage and lie. You see black people helping. When they talk about the Moors, they talk about how the Moors went to Europe and helped them people get clean. You don't see no stories of us using a book to pillage and control. You know what I'm saying? So here where we are in America, you know, through our journey of these people colonizing, we're the peasants. So we take that book and we don't even understand what they was using that book for. You know what I'm saying? We just look at it like it's a book. We don't understand the backstory of what they were doing with the book moving around this world. So you'll have people like us discussing it like, you know, I feel like the people that run this world, the higher ups, they don't even care about the Bible no more. They don't care about that stuff no more because they don't need it no more. They got the control. They don't really care about it. They might use it in, like I said, in court and stuff like that, but they don't need that shit no more. That's why they wild. That's why they doing all types of weird, you know, blood sacrifice. They don't even care about that stuff
They
no
would
more.
never believe in it.
Yeah, they don't care about that stuff no more. They don't need it no more. You know, it's like back in the day, like, you know, like the crack era. Like, you know, I ain't gotta sell that. I'm gonna sell pills. That's what they doing now. I'm gonna sell this. They don't sell the Bible no more. This shit old. We just be holding on to it because, you know, we think it's like I said, you got people thinking we the chosen people, and yeah, oh, one day we gonna come back up and Jesus gonna return and all this goofy
the
shit.
king don't believe it. He needed subjects to, though. He needed subjects to so he can stay the king. The king don't believe what the subjects believe. He just need his subjects to believe that so he can remain the king.
Facts.
Khalib, you go ahead now.
Okay. So I wanted to ask this earlier, but so if we didn't have the Bible, okay, say the Bible never arrived to the Americas, right? And our people never grew up dealing with these colonizers. The Bible was never dealt with us, right? Do you think that we would have the same outcome that we have today, where people are waking up,
We'll be way better, way better. Let me go and answer your question. We'll be way better than what we is right now.
Hold on,
Yeah, keep
let
going.
me
Let him
answer you real
finish.
quick.
Let
Let
him
me answer you real
let him
quick,
finish the
Caleb.
question though too.
Hold on, Wolf. Hold on. For you to say that, you like this my problem with Islam, and I don't want to mix and match the conversation, but this is my problem with Islam. Islam talk about the world as if people was ignorant. That's like, it's like prejudging, like, oh, you know, like, how do you know how we was living over here? How do you know that the people here was lost, or they may have not been savage, like, you know what I'm saying? They may have not been, you know, ignorant. That's the pre-assumption that you have to say, oh, if we ain't have the Bible, we how would, you know what I'm saying? The people here could have been just living regular and peaceful. They could have had a great system. You know what I'm saying? So the Bible and the Quran, they make you think that niggas was savages before, and this is why this book came.
And I brought up that point earlier, Shy One. You're on
Yeah, these
point.
books are
They
they're
they
racist.
they basically called us beasts of the land,
Yeah,
or
right.
less
They're
than human.
prejudiced books. They're prejudiced
It's proof
books.
of apartment buildings older
Yeah,
than before they bought that Bible over here to let you know we wasn't playing over here in America.
So obviously it must be a lie. It's what I'm thinking, because we don't have the history that they have. We don't have a history of going and colonizing people's land and enslaving people over in other countries that don't belong to us. So obviously we can't be we couldn't have been a bad group of people, because why would you come here and live if that's the case?
Let me
You
say
would not
this too,
want to
y'all.
live on the, why?
Yeah.
If we were not the type of people that went in other countries and colonized them and took over their land, we don't have a history of doing that. They do. So what my question is, we didn't have a history of going in other countries, taking over their land, okay, and enslaving the people. We don't have that history. So since we don't have that history, what is it that we did so bad to deserve to lose our land to foreigners? What is it?
Can I say something? Let me say this real quick. We went and settled other places, the East. We took our inventions and our foods, our crops. We took all of it. We gave them everything. So when they come here, they come here to squat and to loot and to pillage and plunder. They come here to get the rest of the resources that we gave them to begin with. You see
Free
what I'm
Papa.
saying?
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
what is it that we did to deserve to lose our land? Because we didn't go out and colonize people in other countries and take over their land. We never left our soil.
Yeah. How I look at it, Sister Betty, I look at it like they messed their stuff up. So they had to come over here with the original, you know what I'm saying, where the actual greatness is. Like it's like me shipping you stuff and you fucked it all up, so you wanted to come to the source. You see what I'm saying? And take it over yourself. So I feel like we settled their land and then they came here to try to get the resources for themselves and realize, oh shit, these Indians ain't leaving. These Indians is, you see what I'm saying? That's what happened. They came here because they ran out of shit over there.
Okay, well.
Yeah. She said okay.
If you have, I don't know the exact specifics of what we did and how, and like, I don't know the exact bad things that we did. Not to say we weren't doing good things, but I don't know the bad things. I don't know neither. Matter of fact, but if you I'm gonna just tell you what's in the book. The book say, it talk about worshiping other gods. It talked about like sorcery on the scale, like where you got people, I don't want to use tarot cards, but because I don't fully understand, like I don't fully understand that, but I know it's foreign to what's in the book. I'll just say that. So I mean, you had.
Hey, we could say they were
we had
using things like voodoo.
We had
The
people
book say everything that our people was practicing natural is bad. That's what the book say.
We had people doing things that just wasn't good.
But the thing that your book describing is not good is the things that our people practice naturally. Before we even met your book or even turned the first page, our people was doing these things.
And Sachi, like I keep bringing that point up, that book tells them that they're less than human, they're savage, and they needed to indoctrinate them with that religion. So they book considered them less than human. So that's why they was able to enslave and do what they did to them.
Okay, brother who said that? Brother who said that the same things that the book's saying are bad, we was doing. Okay, you literally just proved my point. The Bible.
No, I didn't prove your point.
Hold on.
No, I didn't, bro. Because you got to realize, do you realize that we was called uncivilized unless we accepted that book?
Doing these bad things, of course, was written.
Do you realize that
that's what I just said, Sachi?
They called us uncivilized unless we accepted that book,
bro. You going back to what they say?
I'm going back to the truth.
I'm telling
they said you were an animal of the field, a beast of the field,
we was
or less
animals
than
of
human.
the field unless we accepted their book. That is not of us. It's not of us. That's my point. The book did not come from us. It don't got nothing to do with us, bro.
You're wrong.
How am I wrong when they specifically told us accept it or die?
The New Testament.
He's right, because that book ain't nothing but mythology. It's not real. You want to make it real. It's allegory.
Big dog, he keeps saying the New Testament when I specifically told him the story of Ham is what they use to say we was African and try to make us slaves. And that is in the Old Testament. That is Noah cursing his grandson.
Take a breath, brother, because you didn't tell me no story about Ham.
Man, bro.
And I respond to you that we are not Ham. Follow the book.
I don't want to hear this crap. I'm telling you what they brought over here. You keep trying to come with your theology. Are we talking about what the white man used that book and came to America and did? Not your theology, bro.
It's not a theology. It's what's in the book. You trying to argue about the book, but you don't even know what's in there.
Again, I'm telling you what the white man came over here and said with that book. You keep talking about what you think. I'm telling you what he came over here and said and did to our people with that book and justified it with the story of Ham.
I never disagreed that they didn't use Ham against us. I'm telling you, we are not Ham in the book. We are not.
I know that. That ain't
I'm
the
saying
point. That
nobody
has
in
nothing
that
to
book
do with what we
is
talking
Ham.
about.
No,
They
bro, what
all
is you talking
mythological
about Ham
That has
characters.
for?
nothing to do with the fact that they bought that book over here and told us accept it or die. And then when we accepted it, they said we were the fucking children of Ham and we deserve to be slaves. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I don't understand the disagreement. I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree with you that that's what they did, but I don't agree with you that we are
So
Ham.
how the hell are you agreeing that how do you not understand how that's not of our people then? How is you thinking that is of our people when they told us accept it or die?
Brother, we going in circles. We are not Ham. But I don't know how many times I say it.
Are you having a missing something wrong with you or something, bro?
Hey,
Something
You
brother,
keep saying we're
the
not
point
Ham, bro.
is
We know that.
nobody in that Bible is real. It's all
We ain't nobody in
mythology.
the
Okay,
Bible.
so why are you
What I'm
arguing
telling
Nobody
you
in there is
is
me?
real.
I don't
that
understand your
Bible was
argument.
not here until they bought it here and said accept it or die. And then when we accepted it, they used the story of Ham to do what they did to us. You keep talking about we not Ham. We know we not Ham, but this is what they did when they
Okay,
bought
doesn't
it.
matter.
We got
Okay,
proof
they
saying
did that, but let's
accept
see
it or
you to
die,
hijack.
bro. They
Let's see
called
you
us
to hijack.
uncivilized if we didn't accept it, bro.
Okay, they did that. I'm not.
Okay, so how are
But
you
they
saying
didn't
it's
do
of
that.
us?
But they
And they
was
forced
not
us to
real.
take it. How do you
Brother,
not
they
think?
was not.
Hold on, bro. Is you having a missing thinking
you
problem or something? How do you keep saying it's of us if they forced us to take it?
say that again.
If we were forced to take it, how do you keep thinking that it has anything to do with us when they forced our ancestors to take it?
I understand they forced you to take Jesus. They never shoved no one supreme chief God down your throat. They shoved Jesus down your
Bro,
throat.
you keep trying to make an excuse. The
I'm
Bible,
just explaining
period,
to
is
you.
in
One
the
nation
doctrine of
under
discovery, bro.
God,
I'm
indivisible.
explaining to you.
They do push one God
Trying to make an
concept,
excuse to
sir.
I
separate
mean,
it.
that's
And then when you make an excuse to separate it, I'm going to still bring you back to the story of Ham. So you can't get around
I
what I'm
don't know what
saying,
you're
bro.
talking about with him. I just explained it to you for the 6th
This,
time.
the
We're
shit
not,
you keep saying don't make no sense because it don't matter what the fuck you think we is.
because
I'm
you
telling
just
you
don't
what they
understand.
said we was and what they did to our
You just
people. It's
don't
already been
understand it,
done,
bro.
so it don't matter what you think.
You just don't understand it. You clearly couldn't have read it.
Again,
You
if the
just stop.
action has already been
I
taken
don't
and
know what
done, it doesn't matter what you think after the fact, man.
this brother.
Do you not
All right,
understand
man.
that if they already said we were the children of Ham and tried to enslave our people using this doctrine, already done this shit,
You
then how does
talking?
what you think after the fact, oh, we're not the children of Ham, it don't matter they already said it and done the action with it. That's irrelevant.
Okay, so what point are you trying to prove?
The
Please,
point is that shit has nothing to do with us. They forced it on our people. And you seem to not understand that, brother.
because that's not true. I know they forced the New Testament on you, but why would
They
they
forced
force? Why would
all
they
that
force?
bullshit on us.
Why
Every
would they
single
force what's in the
line
Old
in the
Testament?
paper.
They talking about a rejuvenation,
Believe they gave the whole Bible to us.
but they
They
talk.
didn't split it in half.
They talking about judgment falling upon these nations who did these things to you. They
No.
talking about rejuvenation. They talking about you becoming the #1 society on the planet Earth, and all nations will have to.
Bro, you can take that shit and
And if
apply
they
it to
don't,
every motherfucking race that ever walked the planet. I'm sick of y'all doing this relation game.
brother.
Damn, we
Khalid,
grown, bro. We not kids.
Khalid.
What
The
is
Bible.
bro?
You
You
just
so mad
said.
at
You
me,
just
bro.
said.
You need to
Khalid.
calm down, bro. Why you so mad at me, bro? I'm just trying to answer your questions, and you keep saying the same thing. I clearly said,
Cause you ain't, cause
according
you
to Geneva,
now keep saying the same
bro,
thing, and you keep acting like
you
you
cut
not
me off.
getting it. You going
You keep
around
cutting
it
me out, bro.
and everything.
Like
That's why I keep
we
saying
all
the same thing.
Okay, Khalid, you just said that the Bible's telling you what it's going to do to all these nations that did to us. It's not saying that, Khalid. That's not a response to us. That's crazy. They gave the whole Bible to us. They didn't split it in half and say, okay, here's the Old Testament and here's the New Testament. They gave us the whole book and told us to live by it. That's a book they set up for themselves, and we got to live by it. They came over here and gave it to us and said, live by this. That is not what we were supposed to be living on.
But some of those books that was in the Old Testament was taken out. So we really didn't get the full picture, the full story.
It's 66 books that was taken out. Come on,
Do you
brother.
think
So
they would give you the
it's
The
all
part?
point
defined.
is, hold on. The point is, we got it.
I'm not talking about the book.
We had to get it from somewhere else. We didn't.
All
It
that
didn't.
other-
It didn't come from us.
Do you really think that they're going to hand you a book and tell you to live by it, and the book is saying what it's going to do to them for what they did to us? Do you really believe that, Khalid? Do you really think they're going to hand you a book and say, here, live by this? Everything that we're going to do to you, we're going to be punished in the end for doing what we're doing to you. Do you think they're going to hand you a book that really that says that? I'm a settler, okay? I'm handing you a book and I'm going to tell you, hey, Khalid, I'm taking all your land. I'm going to enslave you for life, okay? But don't worry, because after I do this, I'm going to be punished for doing this to you. Do you really think that they're going to hand you a book that predicts that in the future?
There's a possibility that those writings may not even have been in there. I mean,
but you just said that they're going to punish the people that did this to us. You said that was in the book.
Yeah.
My question is, do you think they're going to give you a book that says that that's going to happen to them for doing what they do to you? You got to be kidding me.
I have that book right now on my shelf. I mean, they did.
And you also believe that's a way of life, isn't it? Don't you believe that book is a way of life? It's a guide, because that's what a lot of the Islamic extremists believe. It's a way of life. It's not mythology.
No, I wouldn't say it's a way of life, because, like Brother Wolf said, it is just, it's a box.
That's how a lot of the Israelites think.
You can't confine God in a book, first of all. So no, that's not the whole containment of life. Like, of course, one day, I mean, the book literally says one day you're not even gonna have the book. It's gonna be
brother,
in your
real
heart.
quick,
Perfect.
a lot of the pastors that's preaching
Apparently,
that Bible,
you're right,
they
because
get different
in your heart.
interpretations. None of the interpretations is the same, and that's the problem I have. Y'all all get your own different interpretations, but none of them is the same. Go ahead, Sister Bethany. My bad.
Obviously, you're right, because it's written in your heart, because you keep talking about it and you're standing on it. Honey, that book is not written for you. If it was, you how many generations have gone by in your genealogy that read that same book and that's waiting for the same thing that you're waiting for? It's not happening, bro.
We've been waiting for a long time. But
exactly, that's what should tell you that it's not going to happen, sir. The book's not for you. You should really, at this point, understand that the joke is on you. Until you understand that the joke's on you, you're always going to be waiting, and that's very sad.
And real quick, where are you going to ascend to? To a higher level? You're going to go to heaven? You're going to ascend to heaven? You're going to go to space? Where are you going to ascend to?
Heaven is not real.
None of that shit real. That's the point.
So I like I said earlier, these Hebrew Israelites, they not out here teaching the real shit. I don't care about no Esau. I don't care about no Ham. I don't care about what color Esau is. The moral of the story, which is all I been saying, the moral of the story is there's a people, man, who have been done dirty, and vengeance is going to be taken upon those people who did us dirty.
You can take that
That's all.
moral of the
Who's
story and
gonna
apply it to
provide
every
the vengeance?
man
And
that
there's
walk the land. It's
Okay,
a broad stroke story.
the
who's
You can
going
apply it to
to
every people.
the vengeance.
Khalib, who is going to provide the vengeance?
The vengeance might play out. It's playing out right now. I mean, you're gonna be living. You are these things that's gonna come. Like, it's happening now. We sitting here, or some people sitting here waiting for some big event. I mean, I do think there is gonna be a certain day, but I'm not sitting here like looking at these prophecies and looking to the skies waiting for something to happen. It's already happening. We are the happening.
Okay,
All of us.
what is it that's happening? I'm just confused. What's happening already?
A higher consciousness. I mean, people are questioning everything. People are no longer dependent, no longer accepting what we've been taught. I mean, the real truth is starting to come out. You got people realizing that they Aboriginals. I mean, the truth is coming out now. I mean, really, all you have to do is just sit back and watch, because this shit is gonna fall apart on its own.
Okay, so when it falls apart, what's going to happen to us?
Sister Betty, I mean, I could tell you what it say, but I mean, I can't sit here and tell you I fully understand what it's saying. But I mean, I do believe that, you know, the real God is gonna show up. And, you know, I can't give you a full answer on that, but I mean, I know we'll be changed. And
How long have our people been waiting on that real God you talking about, sir?
Don't they God give you free will?
I know that foreigners are gonna have to go back to
How
their.
long has that real God that you just said that's coming? How long have our
Were
people
you
been
just
waiting
getting
on
ready
that
to say
real
that?
God?
Were you just getting ready to say that foreigners have to go back to their land?
Foreigners are definitely gonna go back to their land.
Okay, that the only place you ever heard that was in the Bible. Seriously.
Hey, but don't they God give
You
free
really
will,
believe
though?
that? You believe that?
Yes.
Why would you believe
It's
the people that gave you the Bible were foreigners?
See, it's not just
the people that brought the Bible here were foreigners. So you're telling me that they're going to go back to their land?
Go back to that. They're gonna go back to their land. They're either gonna go back to their land, either gonna be killed, because these are all events. These are all prophecies. They're either gonna be judged, killed. Some people are gonna die. You know, these politicians are gonna be put in prisons, and they're gonna these foreigners are gonna have to go back to their lands. Our lands, not only will our lands,
but the only place that you hear that at is in that Bible they gave you. You hear that from nowhere else.
Yeah, I have not read that anywhere.
The foreign book that was given to you states that. That's the only place. So you're indoctrinated if that's what you believe.
Hey, brother. Don't your God give you free will in that book?
I mean, yeah, you can choose. I mean, you have the option to disobey or obey. Yeah.
Okay, so if you got free will, then how can he pre-write a story if you got free will and he don't know what you're gonna do?
How can he pre-write a story?
How can you have this storyline written out and all this prophecy and all this here when you don't know what nobody's gonna do because everybody got free will?
That's why I was saying earlier, like the way it was wrote, it you know, man, for example, if you read,
it's a walking contradiction.
The book of Daniel is a whole lot of symbolism. You know, they talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. So I can't sit here and tell you I fully understand that and I fully deciphered that. Like I said, I don't know what exact events are gonna take place, but I do know that it talks about judgment is gonna come upon these nations for what they did. Our people will be restored. Our lands will be restored, and there will be no more war ever on this earth. and we will forever be in a place. We will forever.
How that you can pre-say any of this when you have no knowledge of what no one is gonna do, because everyone has free will. So how can you pre-say any of this shit gonna happen?
Because it's happening now. I'm literally living.
You don't get it, do you? You don't get this contradiction. Your God gave you free will, so that means you can do what you want to. So how can he then say he give you a choice to do right or wrong? That's the choice. So what if I don't choose to do the stuff that he say gonna lead up to this next so-called event? What if don't nobody choose to do the stuff that's supposed to? See what I'm saying? You can't pre-write nothing if people got free will, because you don't know what they gonna do.
Well, we've been on for 3 hours, y'all. And I'm going to get on up out of here. It's going on 1 o'clock in the morning. And this is the last time that I will hold a Bible story on my channel. I never did before. And this is the last time. I said I would do it just once. And this is that one time.
I appreciate that. I'm glad.
But I actually enjoyed the segment, but it was needed to be, discussed. And this is the last time that you'll hear anything to do with the Bible on my channel. Anyway.
Can I say something real quick, Sister Betty?
Sure.
Okay, like I don't have any problems like with any of my people, just my people who don't agree with the Bible. Like, you're still my people. I'm not hating on anybody. We all have our own separate beliefs. We've all grew up different from one another. Like, kudos to everyone who's out there questioning.
I did grow up in the Bible.
Kudos to everybody who's out there questioning everything. Like, continue to do that. We all growing every day. So that's all I wanted to say. No hate for nobody.
Nah, bro, it's all love, bro. Don't mind me. I just get passionate, bro. I'm just like that, bro. It don't mean nothing bad.
Me too, man.
So the poll came back and it says 69% says the Bible is foreign to America. The question was, is the Bible foreign to North America? 69% said yes, and 30% said no. It's foreign.
And just something else. I'm not basing my belief in the Bible just upon what I've read. I've had visions. You get confirmations in your life about certain things. Just like I had confirmation that Jesus wasn't real through a dream. I had confirmation that we are the Aboriginal people of the Americas. And I don't want to go too deep into my dream, but I did have a dream that all of our people was on this mountain, and it was some trees before us. And I had a sword and I cut down the trees, right? And the people who was behind the trees were these foreigners on ships coming toward us. And at the end of my dream, we was all going to war. Like, we was ready to go to war, and I woke up. So when I have stuff like that, I don't take that stuff lightly. I do not.
Those are your natural powers coming back. And I assure you that has nothing to do with the Bible. Those are your natural given godly powers. Once you start acknowledging and re-accepting that you are the gods of this land, your powers come back. That's what's going to happen, because that book has nothing to do with it. Once you begin to accept that, that's why you're having those dreams. Those are natural dreams. Your natural powers are coming back. That's why. And you really need to understand that. The more you accept that you are the gods,
Most
the
definitely.
more your powers come back, where you're not even going to need a sword or a weapon to defeat yourself, because the gods don't need that. The gods don't go to war. Only on TV, like Wonder Woman,
Mhm.
that's when the gods fight each other. But when you naturally understand who you are, the natural you comes back. The God in you comes back. So you have to think godly. Seriously. That's your natural powers. We've been indoctrinated for so many years. Indoctrinated, we were taken out of power. Taken out of power. And you must understand that you're the gods. Before anybody ever came over here, from what I learned, we were the gods. They called us the gods. That's who we were before they said Aboriginal. We were the gods. And I'm going to say this again. This is what I believe. Heaven was raided. They invaded heaven. This is heaven.
Absolutely.
But the powers only go to the gods. They have unnatural powers. There's natural powers and there's unnatural powers.
And sister, the God of the Old Testament or whatever that guy keep talking about, he talked about he wanted the foreskins of the enemies, but we found out they using that foreskins and beauty supplies. So I thought God wanted the foreskins, but medical system is using them. So it's a lot of mess that goes with this religion that these people don't want to really come to conclusions with.
Everything they said that we did was bad, to the point where they made us convert. But everything we did was for us. The way we practice, we let everything go. The way we practice as a people, from what I'm learning, it was scary to all the nations. Our shit was scary because we would say literally say something and it happened. That's how powerful we was. So they had to raid us. They raided heaven. And I'm going to keep saying this. If this is not heaven, why is every race of people trying to get here? Everybody wants to get to heaven. You don't see loads of people going to China. You don't see loads of people going to Africa. You can name every country on this planet. Every country. And I guarantee you, loads of people aren't going there. They're coming here. This is heaven.
All I try to promote is that our people stay righteous, stay away from the evil stuff in these societies. I mean, as long as we do that, we don't, we can move. I want to move. I want to move forward from the Bible. I just feel like it's a stuck
Yeah.
topic.
This
I
is
really
why
want to move forward.
This is why this is the last time I'm having this segment, because this is where my head is. Our powers will come back when we act like we want to accept them. Right now, we're not trying to accept them. We're trying to be everything else but who we are. We're trying to be Hebrew Israelites. We're not them. We're trying to be Christians. We're not them. We're trying to be Islam. We're not them. We're all doing different shit than what we did before they came. We were the gods, and until we start acting like the gods, that's when our powers will come back. So right now we're powerless because we're not acting like the gods. We're acting like other people's religious ways of life.
Sister Betty, could it be that the Bible was supposed to fail us so that we can go outside of that book to
God didn't have a Bible. We're the gods. We are the gods. We didn't have a Bible. We are the gods.
I agree with you.
Well, I'm going to end it right there, y'all. I love y'all, and I'm tired. I want to get out of here and get some rest. But this was an interesting conversation, and I just hope I'm going to leave it like this. Start understanding that you are the God. Until you begin to accept that you are the God, your powers are not coming back. Right now, you're powerless because you're living the life under the instruction of somebody else's God. Their God is making sure that they have businesses and everything on our landmass. Their God is working for them. But until we understand that we are the gods, then our power will come back. Until then, we're still going to, Hebrew Israelites are still going to walk around with those Wonder Woman bracelets. Muslims are still going to wear that bow tie and pass out that little newspaper. We're still going to be doing everything except how we used to do. You have to return to being who you originally are. And I think that's the biggest hell secret ever. Returning back to who you really are and being who you really are. And until then, nothing's going to happen. Nothing. And what it's going to take our people to understand that they are the gods, eyebrows will raise, because now it's unbelievable that you are the original gods. So it's going to make you raise your eyebrows. And you see people perish right before you. People like Free Papa TV. They're going to perish. Seriously. That's all I could say. You've been so indoctrinated until when the truth is in your face, you can't even accept it. When the truth is right in front of you, you can't accept it because it doesn't seem like the truth to you. It doesn't. The most unbelievable is something that you literally don't believe. And you literally don't believe that you are the God. You really literally don't believe it. And that's the problem right there. But I'm going to stay optimistic until that day comes when we all realize that we are the gods and we'll be back in our original power. To me, it's all has been a long test. That's what it seems like to me. It's been a long test to the point that once we get back in our power, our original power, after what the fuck we've been through, we'll never step down from our thrones. We'll always have what happened to our people for centuries. This is the longest fucking punishment in the world. And I really believe that when we do get back in our power, there is not, we'll look back and remember, we'll never make the same mistake again. That's when the world is going to stop repeating itself, is when we step back in our power. When we lost our power, we left the world to repeat itself, literally. It's going to keep repeating until the gods get in there and stop it from repeating. That's the only way. It takes a God to make a world repeat itself. A very powerful God. And when we step down from our power and gave up our power, this is the longest punishment that we did to ourselves. I don't think we'll ever make this fucking mistake again. This is when shit will stop repeating itself. When we get back to where we used to be. This is a lesson learned for me. So I'm standing on it. I'm standing on it. And I believe that the more we acknowledge and understand who we are as a people, as far as being the gods, the more of the people that has been placed here to put us in this horrible long ass punishment, they'll perish in the droves. But we need more people to understand and acknowledge them being the God. Once we all do that, like simultaneously as a people, the more ugly and evil people that are in this world are going to perish. And in their Bible, like it says, to look us in the face, it'll be death for them. How about that? And I'm going to leave it like that. You can't look a God in the face, you will die. And I hope and I pray that that's what happened to the evil ass people on this earth. Evil, ugly, evil people. I wish death on them. I do. I want them to go so that the world can come back being peaceful again. I want all the evil, ugly, greedy, terribly stingy people, no matter what the fuck their race is. Okay? I want them all to perish once the gods come back in their power and just say, let them all perish. So start acknowledging and affirming who you are so that every time you affirm who you are, maybe 10 people will fucking die. That's the way I see it. We don't have to kill nobody. We don't have to make war against nobody. Just coming back in your natural power will make these motherfuckers perish for the evil that they've done. I leave it right there. That's what's in my mind. And I'm just gonna end it right there, y'all. I can't say no more, but I mean that shit to the core of my being. This world is ugly. This government is ugly. The things they're doing all over the world to people is ugly. There's nothing beautiful about it. We don't need to lift our hands to go to war with no fucking body. Just return to being the God and let it happen naturally. And I mean that, y'all. Let the shit happen naturally to them. I'm out, y'all. I love you.
Long live Ag. Yeah. These are my memoirs. Light up a cigar, smoke up the memories as I sit and dust them off. Why do people say it's just to piss you off? Ignore them, no call button and then dress too par. Now they can't test the gods, had to defy the odds. It only get tougher back then. We thought times was hard. Told them don't write me off. Told them don't type at all. To all the ones that gave up, this a reply to y'all. That wavy haired kid that you knew been on a tear since. The crowds was lower than the laughter. Now that I'm hearing the praise for staying committed to something they played with. It was always about us, it's never about who's your favorite. Took my insecurities and made my future more secure. The way we moving, it's like we really been here before. The proof is in the progress from the year before. Furthermore, we wanted the further things more. They took another route, so what you think we kings for? No angel ever said, yo, who these wings for? Ain't no champion ever said, who these rings for? So don't question what God doing, who you live for. Start accepting who you are and what you do it for. Doing less, doing more, it's really either or. Meet them halfway when one close, here go another door. Here go your dreams, what you running for? Head full of steam, cause you want it, huh? But it's in your